Good morning. I'd like to welcome everybody to the May 19th meeting of the Clark County Commission. We will begin today's meeting with the invocation. If you'd like, please rise and we'll welcome Aron Ra to the podium. Good morning.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. My name is Aron Ra. I'm with the Satanic Temple. This invocation today was inspired by the 7 tenets or ethical principles of the Satanic Temple, an atheistic organization that believes in compassion, empathy, justice, autonomy, freedom of speech, scientifically based beliefs, accountability, and wisdom. Let us begin. Let us never bow our heads or bend the knee in obeisance to any faith from the past that is based on ignorant, bigoted savagery. Let us not look back with reverence to dark times of fearful minds, unenlightened by modern scientific knowledge, but move forward with critical thinking, the only way to determine actual factual truth. Let us not fear the tree of knowledge, but extend our grasp and devour its fruit. Let us make rational decisions rather than imposing outdated, authoritarian religious doctrine with varied interpretations, some more vile than others. Let us cast out harmful ideas that threaten individual autonomy and our collective rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, which must necessarily include free thought and freedom of expression, especially of our very identity. Let us bravely face the truth rather than hide behind comforting delusion, because regardless whether a supreme being really exists, history will be our judge. So let us embrace those among us who understand that morality, compassion, and service to others do not require devotion to any faith of ancient doctrine. Let us recognize that humans are fully capable of choosing kindness, empathy, and helping those in need regardless of any religious faith. And finally, let us trust in ourselves and others working with us to know what is best for us and our families and not force conformity to mistaken beliefs of the past. Hail Satan, the archetype or symbol of the bringer of knowledge, and hail thyself.
Yeah, what a load of crap. So we are taking on...
Did you hear that at the end? Somebody shouting, garbage!
Yeah, and it was trash. It was trash at its best performance.
Oh, there's so many levels that we're going to get there after your intro. Take it on, brother.
And I don't know how many of them we'll have time to get to, but I put a little playlist in the private chat, and if you could kind of cipher through those and see which ones you've seen before that are worthy of showing. But we're going to spend the evening exposing Aron Ra, who has claimed for a really long time that he does not believe in the supernatural. He does not believe in God. He's become one of the most popular YouTube atheists of all time, surpassing even Brett Keane in his heyday. And the thing about it is he's not an atheist. Aron Ra is a self-proclaimed Satanist, and this is the case for many of the famous atheists that you know. They're just not all as honest as Aron Ra, or from the thumbnail, hairy as Aron Ra. But tonight we're going to ask a question that many Christians have begun to wrestle with. Is atheism really just a lack of belief in God, or has it become something much more than that? For years we've been told that atheism is simple, the absence of faith, nothing more, nothing less. Atheists often present themselves as neutral observers, people who have merely followed the evidence wherever it leads. But when you examine the words, actions, and worldview of many of these famous atheists and most influential atheist figures, something interesting begins to emerge. Many of them are not merely rejecting belief in God, they are actively opposing the God of Scriptures, something they don't believe in. Right, Achilles? Wink, wink.
Yeah, there's so many. Dude, the levels of hypocrisy are like a 5D chess. It's insane. First off, I will let aside what you just mentioned, like the hypocrisy of pretending to be an atheist while at the same time you're believing in Satan. I'll just leave that aside for a sec. And I'll just say that Satanists say they don't believe in the Bible, but they believe in Satan, who is mentioned in the Bible. Like it's the only place that mentions Satan. I don't know of any other books mentioning Satan, and yet they claim the Bible is not true, but they pick up a character from that book that is not true and they worship him.
Yes. And
How?
what's worse, Achilles,
Like
is
there's I'm sorry, there's a limit. Like hypocrisy becomes stupidity from some red line on, and I don't know. I think they've crossed it. Go ahead.
well, the thing about it is, okay, I love our atheist friends, right? We've become very close to several of them as we're trying to witness. But it gets to a point where you have to ask, like, guys, I love you, but how stupid are you that you could still believe this man is in any way an atheist? This man clearly believes in God. You cannot not believe in God while actively worshiping Satan. It's impossible. So that alone makes you an imbecile. And I mean that in love. Like, it infuriates me that some atheists can be so dumb that they could believe that Aron Ra is an atheist. It baffles me, man. I can't digest it. I choke on it.
Yeah, the thing is that he appeared out of the blue like some scientific mind who can debate people like Kent Hovind.
Although
And
he
Ken
never
Hovind-
will.
And Ken Hovind destroyed him, and we had so much fun of his deconstructing videos where he was like laughing with the fact that he has a fan blowing on his hair back in the day, remember?
Gothic Fabio.
And the clouds on the background, yet he was claiming to be just an atheist and he didn't believe in anything. And people like me and Stephen were shouting, the guy's a Satanist, like it's obvious, but he was denying it. And then all of a sudden he just comes out praising Satan and making rituals on Satan, and we're like, dude, are you that stupid? I mean, you could keep the facade and like pretend like you're just some person who is trying to be intelligent and intellectual. But no, he ruined it. He ruined his own image that way. And he's helping us tell people that it is people like this who is pretending to know the scientific truth.
A
They're saying
news flash. We
they're
have
guys,
offered to debate him multiple times. We've talked to his producer, Mr. Logo. He's one of the little atheist guys who always runs around running his mouth in the comment section.
Mr.
And
Logo, or do
yes.
you mean Peter?
No, I'm pretty sure it's Mr. Logo. It may be Peter. Either way, we've challenged both of them to come debate us. They have both denied it, rejected our offer, and we've told them to go get their little hero, Aron Ra, and they refuse to do so.
But they will come by in the comment sections. I mean, Peter, not anymore, thank God. But
Yeah, I think we gave him his just due.
to be honest, I found some common ground with some people like Peter, which I never expected to. But Trump has this gift of uniting even the extremes in hating him. So I have found some common ground with gonna go for it, Peter. And we can have a discussion and a conversation with being respectful. Like I didn't expect that to happen ever, but these are the end times. Weird stuff do happen. By the way, I looked up that animal, and it turns out I don't remember the name of it now, but it is poisonous.
What? That
Yeah,
cute thing?
yeah, that cute thing. If it bites you, the bacteria that it has are very poisonous. It's like the Komodo dragon. Yeah, it was a complete like sorry for doing that to you, but it ain't as cute as it looks. And the same thing goes. No, I wouldn't say Aron Ra was never cute to begin with. Now I don't know if you saw the next invocation of Satan in Las Vegas. What happened there?
Is that the one that you sent me? No, you
No.
sent me the one I used in the opening.
Yeah, let me show you that because
It should be in the playlist that I posted in the private chat.
It wasn't. I checked it out. It wasn't.
Okay.
So I'm going to his channel, and he has uploaded it. But where is it? Wait. Oh, okay. Let me click on the. Cause then it got worse. All right, I'm sharing.
Not one thing that man said is actually factually correct.
Just look at this, dude. I mean, you go around with devil horns and you expect people to take you seriously?
And some people will still say he's not a Satanist. He's literally dressed as Satan. He openly prays to Satan. He mocks God continually. Like, what do you need? What would convince you that this man is a Satanist? Like if the devil was there next to him with his arm around him?
And he's helping us show people that those that pretend to be giving you truth work for Satan. And we have been trying to warn you guys that the theory of evolution is Satan's. And now they're proving it.
Yes.
So wake up.
We've made the claim for a very long time that evolution is an offshoot of Satanism, that it belongs to the devil, that it's a demonic religion, and people call us crazy. But here is their prophet, their great prophet, Aron Ra.
Who was claiming to be just an atheist, a random atheist that just, studies stuff.
Nothing to see here.
But the horns. So let's show you this. And I have a lot of issues with hypocrisy on the things that he said on the previous video that you played, because I'll give you an example. He says at the end, praise Satan and praise yourself.
Yeah.
That's the greatest hidden thing of Satanism, that what it's doing is it's humanism. It's praising yourself. I have an official video from the Church of Satan back in 2016, where they were claiming that there is no God other than you. And what you need to do is, the word, I have it in my head in Greek, but not in English, rise up spiritually and become a God.
Yeah.
And you do that supposedly through knowledge. But that is very important, because there are so many other, once you understand that this is Satan's agenda to make you think that you are a God, and you realize that that's exactly what he said to Eve, you will start realizing how what you were considering to be a fairy tale, the Adam and Eve story, it's actually playing out around you right now, and you are the victim.
Yes.
You are becoming Eve and Adam. So if you believe in that, if you believe in the humanist theory, let's not call it Satanist, like humanist, like you are the God, right? You are falling into the same false narrative that Eve fell. It's not that far-fetched. It's the same thing.
And we're not going to dig into it tonight because we've already addressed it on other shows, and we will again in the future. We have a debate coming up about the topic this Saturday.
Ascension.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Didi.
But the Mormon religion, the LDS Church, is it's an offshoot of the same satanic religion. It is not Christian. Just like the devil comes sometimes as an angel of light, that is exactly what Mormonism has done. But I'm going to get off my Mormon rant. We're going to stick on Satanism and Aron Ra.
No, it is 100% that, and thank you for filling in where I forgot. That is exactly the same premise.
Yes.
Mormonism does the same. And Diamond Dave just gave me the right word here, ascension.
Yeah, I was becoming a God.
Becoming a God, right? Like raise yourself into becoming a God. And DD, isn't that also not Judaism, Hinduism and Buddhism? Isn't that the same?
I don't know if it's exactly the same because
Oh, it
I
is
think
pretty
it's
close.
more. Yeah, it is close, but I think it's more of just instead of achieving godhood, achieving full enlightenment, which we could make an argument is the same thing. But
Yeah, but if you follow the narrative through incarnations, this is where you're heading to. All right? But we have Didi here to defend it. I mean, I don't know if he's going to defend it, but hi.
Hi. Well, so I'm not going to defend this guy because I've seen him and I know a good deal about the Church of Satan, the modern Church of Satan, as well as the Satanic Temple. So it's not the same in Hinduism because ascension is entirely spiritual, but we don't believe like we become a god, not like these people do. And this is something that's always fascinated to me is like in Mormonism and that kind of stuck out to me as interesting in Mormonism, and I never bought into that because it's like in Mormonism and in these branches of Satanism, you become a god. You become a creator, right? You become this all-powerful entity. Right now, in Hinduism, Buddhism, typically, there are exceptions, but typically ascension is simply leaving the physical three-dimensional plane. That's it. That's all it is. There's no like deification there.
Right. But
So
the
yeah, we
connection,
don't.
the connection that I see, and when I said defend it, I didn't say defend him. I
Oh
expected
yeah.
to defend Hinduism, but I wasn't even sure that you will. But I get what you're saying. But my issue is that supposedly in Hinduism, it happens in different incarnations. Like you are heading that way. The further back you go, the lesser of a being you were, and the more you incarnate in a good karma, you become closer to become divine. Now, yes, I don't understand exactly the difference between what kind of a divine, like do you create worlds and stuff? I don't know. But it does look like the power is within you. It just split within incarnations for Hinduism.
I mean, yeah, there is that similarity there.
Right.
So yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, and so that's why I wanted to clarify that there is a similarity here. Nobody's going to deny that. Just the core difference is between Satanism and Mormonism, compared with like Eastern religions, is we do not believe we'll become like a creator deity. Like nobody becomes Lord Shiva's like brother, right? You just don't. So that's the difference.
Right. When I woke up to this, to the fact that this world is more spiritual than I thought, I was making videos, and I was about to show you something. The video that I said about the word that you just gave me, which was eluding my mind, which was ascension. I have an official Satanic Church video that I want to share with you. But in the same video, which goes back in 2016, it's called Concordia, and it is in my channel. There is a reason for the name Concordia, but I can't go into every aspect of what I'm talking about. But let me show you. This is a video. Let me full screen this. This is a video that when I was back in 2012, wow, I mean, 14 years earlier, when this video came about in 2012, lots of us got shocked in a positive way, and we thought it was a very spiritual video. We didn't understand that those that made it turned out to be those that are trying to control this world. So they are showing some things, and if you can ignore the doomsday clock that I have at the top, this is a symbol for the clock. The clock shows 12, and I was telling my viewers on that video that we're at doomsday. You know about the doomsday clock, right? It exists. It's out there. So I think that's a symbol for that. But I want you to notice the evolution chart that it has on the left. Like we start from a fish, we get into a monkey, we have all those missing links, we become a human, and then at the end, enlightenment. So there will be many religions that have a different form of enlightenment. One religion is different, you know, it's not the same enlightenment, but it is enlightenment that it relates to the power of you, of your spirit, of your own spirit. Now there's something else here. There's a phallus, and that represents something else. And there is also a hangman with the word evolution there. I don't know if you can see that. It's also in the circle. So I bring that in as the picture for you to see that when we're talking about a personal enlightenment, it turns out that it unfortunately is Satanism disguised as a different religion. It tells you that you are the God. You're just uninvolved. You haven't made it there yet. So Hinduism falls under the same premise. And Buddhism, reaching nirvana. So you're
I'm familiar with that line of logic. Yes, I've heard that before. You know.
So let me press play here. I'll show you guys something. I'm gonna unshare because I shared it without audio, and I'm gonna reshare this with audio this time.
You had one job, Achilles.
Here we go.
The world would not be the same.
It's not doing anything.
Okay, I was just going to ask if it froze.
Oh, I was muted. Okay, I was talking.
Oh, well, now it makes more sense.
Okay, so when I made this video in 2016, Russell Brand was forwarding that agenda, and he had written this book, Revolution, which has love backwards. And now he's a born-again Christian, which I got surprised in hearing it from Stephen like months ago. And I said, I don't believe it. I cannot believe it. But then we played some clips of him, and he does look legit. I'm very, very, very surprised. And it proves to me that God can do miracles. If Russell Brand can become a born-again Christian, oh, everybody can, dude. I mean, so this video that we're watching was back in 2016 that I made it, but it does show right now something about Satanism. So let me play this.
The world would not.
Hail, comrades!
Yes.
In the cup.
Hail, sisters and brothers! And hail, Satan! We are gathered here to celebrate the spirit of humanity in the dawn of a new American era. In a season when many commemorate the birth of Christ, we commemorate our own Genesis, the enlightenment of all humanity, a revelation of our nature as written in the annals of history, a gift from Lucifer, the light bringer, the morning star, and the rebel. We are Satanists.
We've kind of noticed.
Really? I'm shocked. I did not know. I could not tell. Thank you. I was really confused as to what was happening. But now that you told me, now I'm on board. Okay.
That Didi, I don't know if Stephen can hear this. You're cracking up. Is it me or is it?
No, it was on my side too. You're fine now.
Oh, you're fine.
Am I fine? Okay.
Okay,
well,
So I just wanted to play that little clip from the Satanic Church that shows people ascending, and like individuals, they create the Church of Satan in this ascension. And before I pass the mic to anybody else, let me just, whoever wants it, let me just give Aron Ra a little message here. Aron Ra, we see your agenda, dude. This channel right here, this is not your average creationist channel. Like, you're gonna have an issue with that. Just keep that in mind. We're gonna expose all that goat skin of yours.
Yeah, we're on to you, Gothic Fabio, and we're coming.
So
look at this nonsense that Big Bad Mama is spewing out here. What an idiot. Big Bad Mama, I like you, but what an idiot. Trying to still convince the world that he is not a Satanist, but an atheist. What a moron thing to say.
well, I mean,
and
it's
a lie.
Who specifically? Aron Ra? I don't know. Like, I thought Aron Ra was an actual member of the Church of Satan. I could be wrong, but that's what I thought. Because I've heard of him before. Yeah, I mean, right. So, and I mean, the Church of Satan calls themselves Satanists. Like Zena Schreck, formerly Zena LaVey, Anton LaVey's old daughter, has even talked about that in interviews after her father died. So, I mean, I don't know. And I mean,
she has quite a story, by the way.
Yeah, and I mean, she does. And it's like I know a lot of Satanists. I used to hang out with a lot of Satanists, and like, typically atheists don't do this. They just don't. They just lack faith in God, right? They just don't believe in God, and that's it.
Or
right?
so they claim.
I mean, I would say I have encountered some that do. I'm not like an expert on atheism, but I do know people who lack faith in God, and we've talked a bit about that, right? From lack of personal spiritual experiences to just the way the brain is wired, right? There's a lot of things that can play a role into that, right? And I mean, I could be, and I mean, let's be honest for a second. When it comes to like atheists, I know some people who, like, their parents were like, there's a ton of them here in Mongolia. Their parents are not religious at all. So their parents never took them to church or never took them to a monastery or anything. So their parents never brought up the concept of God. So if you were to ask the people of those parents who don't have that religious upbringing and who haven't had profound spiritual experiences, right? I mean, it makes sense why they don't like have faith in a particular God. There's no foundation there in upbringing, and there's no present experience to like push them in that direction.
Yeah, but Aron Ra wearing devil horns. He can't.
Well, and that was my other point. I just kind of jumped ship. My turn to jump ship now. Achilles gets to do it all the time. Now it's my turn to jump ship.
Yeah,
but no, and I mean Achilles is right, because that was what I was saying initially. Is like, typically atheists just lack faith in God. They don't go to church. They don't believe in God. That's the end of it. They don't wear devil horns. They don't
pray to Satan, right?
Well, they don't even invoke it to troll, right? Because some Satanists do that, right? Right. There are some Satanists, Satanists out there that do it just to like irritate Christians and like cause a ruckus, right? And I mean, it's the era of rage bait. Nobody's surprised. So, but yeah, atheists typically don't do this, right?
See, no. BBM, that's the issue. Like, he can claim to be that, but he does wear devil horns and says, praise Lucifer and hail Satan. So how can you be in our chat and saying what you are right now?
The Bible answers your question, Achilles. Willingly ignorant across the board.
You can either be stupid or lying. We'll let you pick.
Big Bad Mama, question for you. Are you stupid or lying?
Well, yeah. No. Hold on. Big Bad Mama is technically not wrong, because that's what the Satanic Temple is. That's how it's registered.
That's
Right,
what they
but
claim it is.
Well, hold on a second. This
But
this
he
is my
cannot
point.
claim that, Didi.
Well, hold
If
on a
he's
second. Let me
wearing
finish.
devil horns-
Yeah,
Right.
let me finish it. Let me finish this.
Go ahead.
In Minnesota, I have friends that are in the Satanic Temple. Now, Big Bad Mama is correct. However, spiritual Satanism is a thing. Theistic Satanism is a thing, and there are spiritual Satanists and there are theistic Satanists who do see Lucifer or Satan, depending on their interpretation, as a god, and they are members now of the TST. So it's not just atheists that are running around trolling people. Like, I went to high school with two of these people. One of them's on my Facebook.
So what I don't understand is how can BBM claim what he is when we have him praising Lucifer and hailing Satan and wearing devil horns and doing prayers in council meetings?
Because Big Bad Mama is a clown, and I'm almost convinced that he too is a secret Satanist.
No,
I'm
I
almost
wouldn't-
convinced of that
no,
as well.
no,
I
that's
want
not-
you BBM to know that. I'm also convinced of that, almost.
I see. So this is just my personal experience. I see the angle that BBM is coming from. I do see that angle. Now,
Oh, we see the angle too.
no, but now my point is, like, I don't think we need to bash anybody to get the point across. Do I believe he's an atheist personally? No, he strikes me more as a spiritual Satanist from what I've seen. Could I be wrong? 100%. But
No, here's the thing,
he
Didi.
strikes
The
me as
history.
someone who worships Satan.
Yeah, Didi. The history is that he pretended he appeared as being an atheist. And then all of a sudden, a couple of years later, when he started having a fan base, he started like showing us that he's raising snakes and that he loves snakes and all that. And people were like, okay, he's just an atheist that loves snakes. And then he starts making invocations to Satan. And you cannot be an atheist and believing in Satan. There is like,
And can we not forget the fact that he literally hosts satanic Bible studies where he purposefully blasphemes God? You
Well,
don't
and here's the
blaspheme
point
someone
too.
you don't believe
Here's
in.
a point too. Like, when it comes to like this, like
my point, Didi, before you get to yours, is my point
Sure.
is that you cannot claim to be both. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
no, I know, I agree, and this is why I prefer the spaghetti monster strategy, right? You guys seen like the flying spaghetti monster, you know what I mean? Because to me, it's like, yeah, okay, that's an argument, and that's the end of it. But like, what is the point of claiming you don't believe in a god to worship the devil satirically? Let's just pretend that's true. Let's just pretend he's pretending to do all this to troll people, right? What is the end goal of doing so? Because, I mean, you're just going to confuse everybody, right? Right? Like, there's no practical end goal to what he's doing.
Oh, there is one. I'll tell you what it is. They are focused on people who are so dumb that once they subscribe and they start saying this guy sounds legit and I love his arguments and he's okay, then they think they can turn them into Satanism if they show them that, yeah, but I'm a Satanist. They actually think that. It might sound super dumb to you, but that's their level, dude. That's their level. They're not super smart, dude. I'm sorry. If they were, he would continue his atheist facade. He wouldn't put the devil horns on, because now he's helping us. He's helping us show people that advocate for evolution as hard as he is, they're actually Satanists. And here's my issue, Didi, and maybe you can answer this for me. How can you hate the Bible so much and yet be worshiping a deity that only exists in the Bible?
Well, I think this kind of goes to Big Bad Mama's point, is that Aron is far more popular than your channel, so you have to be on his channel. Well, and
I'm sorry, but
but the thing about that, it's a popularity thing. It's a popularity thing, right?
I'll debate him on his channel.
Well, no, but I mean, it's like a clickbait thing, right? It's
it is. It is what it is.
I mean, and that's the only reason why people do it. Again, it's to troll, it's to rage bait.
But dude, Aron Ra appeared out of nowhere and just started debating people by talking too much until they fall asleep, putting a fun on his face. He's just ridiculous. He's ridiculous. And I take my quote on that as a Greek. Right? Not as a creationist, not as a Christian. This guy is friggin' ridiculous. All right? And all of a sudden, he just starts having like thousands and thousands and thousands. I expected it because he's a member of the Satanic Church and they have members all over the place. So it makes sense that he becomes popular. The thing is, who is he popular with? So BBM, we don't want that popularity anyway. I mean, of course, the Church of Satan has so many members, they would immediately make his channel explode. But he's a nobody. His name is Larry Nelson.
And I mean, well, that's actually, that was my response to Big Bad Mama. It's like, yeah, I thought he was. Okay, I was wrong. I wasn't sure. I thought he was. I followed him on and off for like 2 years. He's like on my subs list and I'll occasionally watch his stuff. But like he's got what? 1 million subs? Let's find out. Because I follow people.
300,000.
That's it? Okay, so he's a nobody because the people I follow who I actually keep track of have 50 million followers or more. There are ex-Mormon content creators who are more popular than this guy, like Alyssa Grenfell, right? And Cults to Consciousness and like other people, right? So if it's a popularity contest, I'm going to go with the Bollywood actresses that have 50 to 60 million followers as opposed to like some weird dude that doesn't even have 500K.
Yeah, and check it out. Achilles and I will debate Aaron or Larry Nelson anywhere, anytime. We'll do it on his channel. He can pick the moderator. We get half the time. And we will slap him around in front of his audience and make him look stupid. We specialize in that. So Big Bad Mama, Paul, all of you guys, go tell Aron Ra we challenge him. We want to fight.
Press speed dial 1 and give him a call. Right? Tell him. But we've been calling for him, but he doesn't seem to get the call. So press your speed dial. It's there. It's number 1. Go, BBM.
Should we play a couple more seconds of this just so every time Big Bad Mama says he's not a Satanist, he looks like a lying idiot?
Yeah, let me play this.
You know what? This is the public. Do you have something that pertains to an agenda item to speak? We will now reconvene the City Council meeting. Agenda item 7. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed will be limited to 2 minutes. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items.
Just posing to tell Christian Pike, I've seen that interview and you didn't make me very proud, brother. Telling a person like Aron Ra that you respect him so much. Like, you lost a lot of points with me then, but you've kind of earned them back. But you don't need to mention that day with Aron Ra, because you're going to lose them again. So.
If anyone submitted a speaker card or who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. This is your opportunity to address the council, but the council is not able to respond or engage in dialogue. You may also address the council at the end of the meeting during citizens' participation regarding matters within the jurisdiction of the City Council. Although you are not prohibited from speaking during both public comment periods, we kindly ask that your comments are not repetitive. Again, we will set the time at 2 minutes. Does anybody wish to come forward?
Hello, my name is Shoshana. I'm a resident, and I'm here once again to urge the commissioners to support the United States Constitution and the separation of religion from government by eliminating the praying at our meetings. And speaking of books, by the way, this is the Holy Bible. I've read it. It's gruesome. Please don't let your children read it. It's horrific. It does terrible things to children, to women, and men as well. As I've stated previously, this building is not a place of worship. It is a workplace. But since you continue to use the Bible as the source of your praying, I want to point out a few things. Biblical scholars don't even know who wrote the scriptures. Okay? Nobody knows. The names were
We do.
made up. There were no eyewitnesses to any of this because all of the characters in it were already deceased. This book thinks the earth is 6,000 years old.
It is.
Pause. Can I say something?
Dude, I could be pausing this every second.
Every 2 seconds. Go ahead, Dave.
Exactly. So if the Bible's so gruesome, why did I grow up watching Holocaust survivors get burned alive in cremation facilities? Right? Like, what was that about? Yeah, Stephen knows because I don't know what it's like in Greece, but like in America, all throughout high school, we saw the liberation of the Holocaust camps. We saw the dead bodies that were not blurred. We saw the guts. We saw the stories of the rape victims. That's gruesome and horrific. So, I mean, you don't want your kids to read that on the basis. Well, then why isn't she trying to stop basic history education that there's videos for, right? Like, that doesn't make sense.
I'm glad I hear this from somebody who is not a Christian, because they would say, well, that's peace talking, you know.
Yeah, Big Bad Mama, stop saying dumb things from the comment section and come say dumb things on air so people can hear how dumb you are. Not just read how dumb you
Humanism
are.
and science is not trolling. Okay, well, you don't know what I was doing in Minnesota with friends that I've mentioned in the TST, so
Now,
and the Satanic Temple. Or not the Satanic, but the Church of Satan and Modern Church of Satan.
we'll have to talk about that at another time, Dave, but you have my attention.
I'm going to say on this real quick. 2013, I was interviewed by Paul Ridgway before he passed away.
Oh, wow.
I was on an actual radio show. I drove out there and I was like exploring and participating in philosophical Satanism. And Paul Ridgway, I don't know how popular he is outside of Minnesota, but he was like a Christian and he would like talk about Christian things. And he interviewed me back in, I think it was 2013.
Achilles, is there any way to fast forward past this woman? Like, nothing against women, but I'm not sure if I've ever seen on a video anyone who comes close to being nearly as dumb as she is.
No, she's annoying, and the points that she's gonna make are so annoying. A guy's gonna get up and respond to her.
Yeah, I need a buzzer for every time she says something false or stupid. I feel like I'm talking to Big Bad Mama.
Right, but yeah, let's endure this for a second, because you're gonna hear her false claims, and then somebody's gonna respond to her. The issue is that they're trying to get prayer out of the councils. But here's the thing you don't understand. When you make people pray and in a courtroom swear to God, you at least get some. I can't call it a guarantee because they can be lying, but if they do believe in a God, then they do try to be honest. At least when you get them to swear, they know that they are also lying in the face of God, and that's why it exists.
I mean, I would. Dummy. Well, I would push back on that because I mean, that's not really a thing. I mean, like historically, yes, you're right.
Somebody wants to lie.
Like today, like no, I mean, people still lie through that. People disregard it.
And yeah, exactly.
People who do that. I know plenty of people who have done that.
No, so. Exactly, but it is still like another safety level there. Like if they at least believe in a God, maybe they will not lie on his face. You know, that's why it's there. Like when we have a child and it lies, you ask it like, you swear to God. And even the child is like, it's having a little bit of a hard time there to swear on God. So that's why it exists there. You can't take it out.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. Just George Carlin just jumped into my head. He had a lot
George
of
Carlin. I love George Carlin, but I'm
George Carlin had a whole bit on this, and it just popped into my head, and I can't stop laughing.
Didi, you sound like crumbled, and sometimes your voice, your audio is fast forwarding, and then it delays.
I think it's because we have the video up, Achilles, the signal.
Is it? Or
I think so.
Should he reconnect real quick?
I mean, we could try both, but if it happens again, it's just that we're sharing a video. Oh, now I'm sad because, like, out of all the non-Christians I know, Robin and Dave are my two favorite.
But at the same time, Robin does disappoint me because she's going off now doing anti-creation shows, and that kind of annoys me. Feels like a backstab. But
I mean, I expected it, though. It was warranted because we've been amping up our anti-evolution stuff. So I did expect it, but I still love Robin. Robin's my girl.
I'm disappointed.
I'm sure she is, too. But it just is what it is. It's two conflicting worldviews. It's evolution versus Christianity. And that's why I've said a million times that evolution is a false religion. It is not just a theory of origins. It's gone past that. That's what our book we're about to release is all about, how evolution has turned into a religious worldview. And you guys can pick that up probably within the next week. We'll be publishing it.
How is my audio now?
Amazing.
Perfect.
Okay, I turned off my VPN and I realized I had SWOTOR running up in the background, which takes a lot of GPU, so that could have done it.
Yep.
I bet you that's what it was. Yeah, because
Probably.
you sound crystal clear now, man.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's got to be it. Yeah.
So isn't that a fair point here by Charles? If they want to stick to strict separation of church and state, they should oppose the creation myth of Satanism called evolution. Take evolution out of the textbooks, and then we can talk about separation of church and state, because it's a church. Evolution is a religion.
I never understood in high school, setting aside the church and state thing, I never really understood why we learned about like evolution just in general, because it's like science is one thing, but my point is this, it's like I believe that just education should prepare people from the real, for the real world, for the workforce, for paying taxes, having a family and stuff. So evolution in a lot of stuff I learned in high school is like useless information. Like, what benefit do I do? Right now, we're not talking about college. We're just talking about like high school.
No,
like,
it
doesn't benefit. It doesn't benefit high school students to get their first job and pay their way through college.
And
not
actually,
not just that. When a doctor makes a recipe for you, he doesn't consider the ape. Like, science and origins are two different things. Biology.
But I do have a question for Dave when he gets back, because I love Dave, man. He's grown on me so much. He's asking the right questions. Like, what benefit does it cause our students to teach them this crap? All right, so Dave, I love you, man. I
got my medicine.
You are asking all the right questions. Like, why do they teach this stuff to kids in high school and even earlier? And there's an answer for it.
Why did I learn art in college when I never went for an art degree? Like, it's not just evolution. It's just like practical
But
things.
evolution is pushed down your throat way more. Way, way more. And it starts in preschool. It starts with teaching kids about dinosaurs. Millions of years ago, they'll tell you. You can ask any 7-year-old who goes to public school, when did dinosaurs live? And they will tell you millions of years ago. They start the brainwashing young, and then they introduce more of this garbage trash as you progress through school, so that by the time you get out of high school, You're a full-blown atheist. You've rejected God, and they can see the moral decay of our nation.
Yeah, just like take everything. And again, I don't know how much with that I would agree with, but I think we at least agree that it's not necessary, right? Because a lot of us, we just, I mean, like, and that's a thing too. It's like repetition in the U.S. So like we had to like do. I enjoyed the Punnett squares in DNA. That was fun. But when it came to like evolution, like, you get the tests and then you have to give the correct answers. And it's like, okay, how can, I'm not going to find a job with this. Why am I doing this? Like, this is dumb.
Much like a lot of our viewers in the comments section tonight. Yes.
I don't think they're dumb. I don't think the viewers are dumb.
Oh no, this one is a special kind of stupid. Dude, Satanism is secular, a spoof on religion, and yet they pray to Satan and not Santa Claus. Yeah. And then I could put up all the stupid things Big Bad Mama has said tonight. So no, a lot of our viewers this evening are stupid.
I'm not gonna bash our chat, right? Like, I'm not gonna bash our chat.
Oh, you should.
I'm not gonna bash the chat, no, because then I'd lose my moderator of the month privileges. You guys know how I became moderator of the month is because I'm fair and I work to see all sides. And if we don't allow people to bash each other in the chat, neither should we. We should.
No, you're right. You're right.
But then with the rules we put down.
You're right, but there is a red line that once crossed, like it does sound stupid, and we just have to expose how stupid it sounds. That doesn't mean that we're calling you stupid. We're calling your comments stupid. There's a difference.
Yeah, put up the next comment so I can re-educate Big Bad Mama.
Before I do, this is another straw man. Like, Big Bad Mama thinks that in an Orthodox country, we get taught the Bible. We're not, dude. We get taught what is an archbishop and what's the difference between him and a bishop and what are the sacraments, and that's about it. I understood the gospel at my 30s by myself, by others helping me, pastors online, because I did my own research when I woke up to the lies of evolution that I don't come from an ape. So it was not pushed down on my throat the way evolution is in the textbooks, and you are trying to push it as science when it's not. That's what the term "push down your throat" means.
Yeah,
being called science. Even if I was pushed down religion, they were claiming that it was a religion to begin with. They were not lying, saying it's science, like evolution does.
Not to mention the fact that this comment from Big Bad Mama is stupid. He's saying so many stupid things tonight, I can't keep up. But this one especially, because he's saying that religion was pushed down our throat from birth, and yet he is willing to pay his own tax dollars to have it fed to children so you can brainwash them at an early age, and he's willing to spend my tax dollars on the same garbage. Then in his next comment, he said that I was homeschooled on Kent Hovind. Well, newsflash, I wasn't just homeschooled. I was homeschooled and went to a private school, and Kent Hovind was a very small portion of my education. Okay, I was brought up on a Becca and Saxon curriculum mixed with PACES. So that just goes to show how much you don't know, just like all the stuff you don't know about geology or evolution. And we've challenged you to how many debates now, and you won't ever get in here. You have an excuse for everything. If you're so smart, Big Bad Mama, you're so educated, I don't even think you're really a geologist. I think you're a fraud. I think you're a fake. I challenge you to get in here and debate us anytime on evolution.
Well, since you said that, and so they don't think that, oh, Stephen said this. Oh,
I don't care what they say. Stephen says whatever he wants. He's crazy.
But let me back that up. If you just ask me right now and say, Achilles, can you show me your degree? I'll show it to you. It's right here on my wall.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a little bit of an issue that it will show my last name as well. So I'm going to try to hide that. I don't want people to know my last name, although it's out there on my channel. Like, if they have the discipline, they can find it. But yeah, not that. Right? We made that one up.
But this is your doctorate, and I think it's
beautiful. But I have a legitimate degree, and I have it right here. And I've asked BBM to show me his, and he never does. So why is it so hard? Is it in your basement or somewhere? Like, didn't you have it on your wall? So we're not buying it, BBM. All right, just keep that in mind. Just as we didn't buy that somebody that called to be an Orthodox priest out there was not an Orthodox priest, and we ended up communicating with the Orthodox Church of his state, and they said we've never heard of that guy. Right?
Yeah.
This is YouTube. You can claim to be whoever you want to be. Where is the receipt?
Yeah,
That's
so
what I want to know.
keep it up, James, and we'll come to expose you too, okay? You know what I'm talking about.
The point to Achilles' point too, and this is what I was kind of referencing with the popularity point. You can have hundreds of thousands of followers like he does, and nobody will have heard of you, right? I mean, I can give you the name Urfi Javed, for instance, Bollywood actress, like tens of millions of followers. Have you heard of her? No, right? I mean, so just because you have a large following doesn't mean like you're influential or you're actually popular. You might be well known in your locale or in a certain region of the world, but this is the problem I see with like social media in general, right? It's like people get big followings and then they let it get to their head. You know what I mean? Or people see people with big followings. Like I have 108,000 followers on a Facebook page just from Minecraft streaming, and it's mostly in Southeast Asia. I don't do anything with it, right, anymore, really. But it's like people will just look at the number of followers, and like I've been on like gaming channels and other things doing interviews because I have 108,000 followers, right? It's weird to me. Like I want to get to know people in the chat. That's like how I am. I want to get to know the people, whether you're a content creator or not. I want to actually know you and what you believe, because the number of followers you have just means nothing to me.
And here's the thing, Didi, to defend the undefendable, that is the theory of evolution. They are claiming that they are scientists. And then they say, I am this kind of a scientist. I am that kind of a scientist. And we've asked them, show us your degree. And they're not showing it. So YouTube, you can claim to be whoever you want to be, right? You can be like, I can say I discovered radium before the Curies.
Look, on YouTube, Achilles and I are doctors. So really, the proof YouTube, you can be anything you want to be. And people are what they are not.
So here's what BBM will never do. Let me just show you right here.
What, debate us?
So I hit it. I hit the rest of it. Wait, there we go. Oh, you see? See, I got this. All right. It's not big. It's a Bachelor's of Science, but I have it. I hid my name. I just left the name you know me by. So here it is, dude. Why can't you show this to us? If you are truly a geologist that we should respect, pick that shit out of your wall and show it to us.
Language, sir. This is a Christian channel. Wait, why am I saying this? I'm the freaking Hindu. Oh my god.
Oh, you're
I'm the moderator of a month.
Our prayers have been working, Diamond Dave. Yeah, so, all right. So, do we want to puke and continue some more of the video, Achilles?
You want me to show me the second degree?
Yeah. Yeah, show the second one. I don't know why. Big Bad Mama will never show his.
Oh, dude, I can't show this one because it's paper. I can't put a...
Don't tape the paper, Achilles.
Duct tape on the paper, okay? Now, I got this one in 2004, but it's on networks. It's no bachelor's, all right? But I have a bachelor's. At least I have a bachelor's. So you don't tell me... A bachelor's on science, BBM. So if you want to be higher than me, show me yours. I showed you mine.
And I'll point out, they like to say all the time how dumb we are and how we're creationist, and I was homeschooled. But I can't help but notice that they're all afraid of debating us homeschoolers. So weird.
Right.
I feel like this is a phallus measuring contest right now. I
Well-
really do. Like,
I would lose.
I really do. Like, I mean, I really do.
No, it only became a comparison because there are these people that will say, you guys don't know what you're talking about because you were homeschooled and we have the papers, but you never show the receipt of your papers. But we can show you ours.
Yeah. Well, and they always say that we should submit papers for peer review research or whatever. We're about to publish our first book based off of all the information that Achilles and I have been sharing for the past 4 years. So the book will be out there. Where are your books? And I'm not saying like that's an achievement, but if we're so stupid, why won't you guys come debate us on evolution? Because every time you come in here, we make you look silly because it's a false religion that's made up and it's really dumb.
And by the way, Stephen, when you release the book, I'll peer review it, brother.
Oh, thanks. You are a peer.
It's going to be a peer-reviewed one.
My wife peered at it just last night.
Just give me a bit, guys. I'm generating my credentials in ChatGPT right now. Just give me a second.
It's got to be in a frame or it doesn't work.
Let me look at this. Let me see. Oh, it's a PD. No. Okay,
I think you can share a PDF.
Yeah, it's garbage.
He's making it perfect.
Yeah.
You got to do it again.
Okay, let's let that.
Oh, we have to listen to her again.
girl talk.
Can't we listen to nails on a chalkboard or a dog whelping or something? That's
Or watch some paint dry or something. Yeah.
go ahead, let her talk. I guess
It's 4.5 billion years old. Thank you, science. Also, your virgin.
Why are we thinking science? What does the Earth being 4.5 billion years old have to do with anything?
Plus, it's not. It's a big lie, Didi. It's a big lie.
Well, not only that, but I mean, I thought they had moved it all to like 14 billion now. They can't even make up their mind. Like every few years, they jump again.
Yeah, Earth keeps growing. Every year, it picks up like 1 million years.
I did notice there is proof. There's proof for rapid expansion, Achilles. It's in the age of the Earth, according to evolutionists.
Okay, I gotta share this. I just generated my credentials. There, I'm a former child.
Wow. Okay. I'm not going to debate
No,
Diamond Dave.
yeah, well, no, there's a running joke with that. So, like, when I married my wife, like, she speaks 4 languages fluently, and then she's learning Mandarin and Sanskrit. Right, she's taught English in Japan. She's been to Turkey, and her family's like very notable here in Mongolia. Her sister went to Yale.
She's been to Turkey and she didn't make it to Greece. Like that's like going that close to the jar and not trying the honey.
Well, she has an uncle that's a prominent doctor in Turkey, so I don't know how he got there, but he's there. That's all I know.
The honey's here, dude.
Yeah, but so yeah, and then like my sister-in-law's like boyfriend or fiance, he's younger than me and he's got a doctorate degree in like aviation engineering and wants to work on like spaceships and stuff. Right. And then everyone asks me what I do. And I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. Like, I mean, like I have worked at like Wells Fargo and finance and stuff, but that's the running joke of like a former child because like I thought I was doing pretty well in America and then I moved into this family and nope, not even close.
No, let me continue.
I really like you, Dave.
Gotta have fun. You gotta have fun.
Virgin Mary, that whole story about her, science. Also, your Virgin Mary, that whole story about her was incorrect. The Hebrew text identified her as an Alma. Alma is a young woman, not a virgin.
It is not Hebrew, you moron. There was no mention of Mary in the Old Testament, you idiot. It's Greek, and I am Greek. And I'm gonna tell you, she was a virgin.
Really, Achilles? Out of everything wrong, she said that's what you pick out?
Well, I was literally going to ask. I was literally going to ask.
Word I'm sorry, Didi, but she just said that the Hebrew word for a virgin was not that, but there is no Hebrew mention of Mary. The only Hebrew mention that exists of Mary is in the Talmud, and they call her a prostitute. All right, so we're not talking about the Talmud here. She's pretending that we have made a mistake in the Old Testament because she's some scholar or some Christian channel. Don't forget. But no, we only have a reference on Mary from the New Testament. All right, it's Greek.
Well, I have a question on that too, because my understanding from what I've heard was it was Greek, but the word young woman in Greek literally is under, like, the context is literally a young virgin woman, like an unmarried woman who has not had sex.
Dude, right? Parthenos Maria means virgin Mary. It's that simple. It doesn't mean young girl. It means virgin.
Now, just for the audience members who are on the slower side, what does virgin mean?
It's an olive oil that comes from Greece.
Thank you very much, Dave.
But that too, though, proves what the word is. They call it virgin oil because it hasn't been contaminated with chemicals. That's what they call it. Right? Or wrong, or left.
You know what they say? Fool me once, strike one. But fool me twice, strike three.
Yeah, we weren't seeing that, but we heard it. So let's see what else points she has.
Oh, she's got great points. I'm going to write them down.
I mean, seriously, she just converted me.
Because the men who wrote this book were so obsessed with virgin girls, and there's a lot of stories about taking virgin girls, they used her incorrectly and labeled her as a virgin. Another thing I want to point out is...
Okay, that was stupid, but...
You cater to certain religions here.
I love that movement she did with her hand. It's like, look at this.
Another thing I want to point out is you cater to certain religions.
You cater to certain religions. She's so upset about that. Like, I can tell that she's not going to sleep at all tonight.
Oh, man. Is she Aron Ra's wife? Like, is she the mastermind here? What's going on? We were expecting to see Aron Ra. What are you doing here? Right.
Here. And you deny the Satanic Temple their absolute right to be here as well, to give the invocation, to give the prayer. And when you were asked, okay, why can't the Satanic Temple give the prayer? You said, oh, there's no dates available, according to your city clerk. The city clerk, we got the actual documentation, the calendar, and everything in yellow were the dates that were available. Months were available. So someone lied, and I don't know why that person is still working for the city. I don't think people should be lying to members of the public.
Because they don't like Satan.
Wait a minute. What's wrong with lying? She has no moral code.
Plus, they keep lying. There's nowhere in the...
I think that is the only point so far that I could get on board with, because I mean, like, setting aside the whole thing, like, if you're going to lie about this, what else are they going to lie about? You know what I mean?
Well, it's the government. They lie about everything.
Well, yeah, but I mean, still, like, I mean...
If you read their manifesto, there is nothing in there about lying. They don't consider it to be a problem. Like, if it helps you advance, you can lie. So here she goes. According to them, that's why we pray to God when we have a court or when we have a council. Because according to him, you're not supposed to lie, dummy.
I mean, personally, I think it's weird that, I mean, America, right, is predominantly Christian. The majority of people are Christian, just percentage-wise, right? And it's interesting, like, churches are everywhere. And it's interesting to be like, for her to say they, you know, America caters to specific religions. Name a country that doesn't, right? Sure, you can name some Scandinavian countries, right? But every country caters to particular religions. Good luck finding a Christian to pray here in Mongolia to open a session. Good luck with that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and here's the hypocrisy behind that, Didi. Although 100%. I agree, right? You're going to a nation that is predominantly Christian and you're asking them to not pray. But if you were an actual atheist, I could have taken this. But then you go and you pray to Satan and you're ruining your own narrative. I'm just calling you out as being retarded. That's what I'm doing. Like, stick to it. Say, I just don't want any religion. I want to pray to human logic. Do that. Don't bring up Satan because you're ruining it, idiot.
That's like my position. I'm just like, you know what? Set like no prayers from anybody in like government places. That's my personal opinion. But again, I live here in Mongolia. No prayers from anybody.
I disagree, but I can accept that as a point. But then if you go around and say Hail Krishna, I'll be like, whoa, wait a minute. Did you just say no prayers?
Well, what's crazy to me, all right? What's crazy to me is these atheists who always say they don't believe in God. If they are doing the Satanism thing in satire, why is it always Satanism? Why is it never Hinduism? Why is it never Buddhists? Why is it always Satanism? Because Satanism is opposed to the Christian faith.
Well, it's predominantly that, but I think part of the reason why they don't satirically do Islam or Hindus, like Hindus, we will kill you. Look at the Gujarat riots of 2002, right? A little bit different.
Yeah, but
this is
they could have a wheel of fortune. They could have like a wheel, and each time pray to a different deity.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but Stephen's question was, why don't they like mock or do like satire parody of other religions? And that's because other religions like Islam do that with Islam. Like Hindus, you will find radical Hindus that will kill you, right? That's just the way it is. That's why people in America mock Christianity, but they're very, very. I mean, what was that guy's name in France? Charlie.
I know who you're talking about.
The Charlie guy who drew Muhammad, and then a bunch of Muslims like attacked that like printing press or the news station and killed a bunch of people. That's probably
but I can give you an alternative to that for you to think about. There is also the possibility that Christianity is the truth, and that's the only one they care to attack.
Yeah.
They don't care to attack the lies because they're lies anyway. It's okay, you can believe in it as long as you don't believe in the truth. And why is it the truth? And what
we're getting some echo back, Rich.
No. Yeah. Well. What distinguishes it from the others, and where I can base that claim, is that religions, they might sound like a lot, but they are only two. One of them, it's like the two hands that you have. Your left hand is all the religions that are claiming that you need to do A, B, C, D for divinity. And the other religion is the one that says that everything you need to do has been done for you by Christ. It is the only religion that takes the burden off your back and puts it on the back of the crucified lamb. That's why it is the only true religion. You see the difference they have? And that is, if you look at any other religion, they ask you to do things to make it. But to make it to heaven for Christianity, all you got to do is accept the sacrifice, nothing else. Then, of course, if you take it on another level, we do need to abide by the laws given to us, which is just to love one another as ourselves and love God with all our heart. That's it. There is no do this, do that. Now, there are so many denominations that are changing this, but here we are to attack them. Here on this channel, you will hear us attacking Catholicism, Orthodoxy, even Baptists. Baptists. We will attack all those that claim that you need to do this to make it to heaven. No, you don't need to do anything. You need to accept the name of the one that did it for you. So that's why you have Satanists only attacking Christianity and not the others. The microphone is bleeding, dude. Take it from me. Stephen, it's yours.
I'll let Rich get in. Go ahead, Rich. You still have echo though, man. But only when other people talk. Go ahead.
Well, I'll put my phone further away. I'm not using my normal microphone. I can probably get it out.
That's why.
No, don't take it out. It's scary.
Go ahead, Rich.
I like how that sounded.
Well, atheism and Satanism is a religion of self, right. And they may be blind to what is really going on consciously, but spiritually, I'm not so sure. So Satan said he will lift himself above the Most High, right? And he even tempted Jesus at the beginning of his ministry. Look at the entire land, if you basically bow to me, he'll give it all to you. And humans have eaten that up and swallowed that hook, line, and sinker, every little bit of it. They want all of that. And being blind to what God has to offer, being blind to the Holy Spirit, being turned over to the reprobate, you're still under the effects of the spiritual realm of this world. And Satan has been given power and control over it. So they want everything for themselves. They want everything their way. They want everything, I don't know, the powers of this world, that not so much the politics, the people and corporations and little societies that are above governments. They want all of it. And the people who are doing this stuff, I'm not exactly sure what this lady is really talking about, but they're all the same. That they all want their little societies to have everything they want, no matter what it is. I mean, you can see the deception going on in the political system to basically lead us into a globalist society blindly, little by little. And that's exactly what Satan wants. All these people are pawns to his being, even though they don't realize it. There's nothing good that they offer. If they do try to offer something good, it's either in an oppressive or a deceptive way with ulterior motives behind it. I don't know. That's about all I've got to share.
Well, you were saying. Go ahead and mute when you're not talking.
Hook my other microphone up.
Okay. I was looking for a clip that I have somewhere in my videos about what you were talking about, that atheism and Satanism, they do give power to the individual. We mentioned this at the beginning, but there are also clips that I have from Satanists that are claiming that, no, we're not worshiping Satan. We're worshiping the self. But I can't find it, but they are out there. I remember even Marilyn Manson was claiming that when he was accused of being a Satanist, and he said, well, Satanism is not what you think. It's like just worshiping your own self. But yeah, that's exactly it. That's what we're talking about. If you don't worship a God, what's left? You have to worship something, even if you do it unwillingly. And it's humanism. So I challenge people to read the Humanist Manifesto and read the Satanic Manifesto and see how common they are. They're the same thing, just different words. So, okay, I see silence. So let's proceed. Let's see what other lies he has to say.
Or citizens for that matter. So again, I urge you to stop the invocations at these meetings and separate church and state. Thank you.
And
yeah, but you're about to invoke Satan. Like, what a hypocrisy right there.
Well, does that
Shoshana? Shoshana?
Yes, she's saying that I would challenge you to not invoke, make any prayers, and then her boyfriend is gonna come in to pray to Satan. So we're just saying.
Aron Ra standing over there on the right?
Yep, with his devil horns. Yeah, we're about to see him now. But here's an answer to her first.
And separate church and state. Thank you.
And Shoshana, this you are welcome to speak, but under the correct part of our agenda. This is the last time I'm going to let you speak under public comment. You're welcome to stay and talk during citizen participation, but this must be an agenda item that you address. I've given you great leeway. I'm not going to do it anymore. You're welcome to speak under public comment.
I understand that.
I'm sorry, under, thank you, and please, your time is up.
Okay, I'm following state law, though.
Is there anybody else that wishes to speak?
Yeah, no, you're not actually, because
Yeah, technically she's not, because you are required under state law to address the agenda item. That goes for all states in the United States, and that goes even on the local level too, not just
right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Didi. I didn't have to say it. That's it. As simple as that. Yet she had to like play smart and be like, I'm just feeling yeah. No, you're not. And also pay attention to who you're talking to. Like, you don't just go around yeah to the court. Like, what is respectful?
I'm surprised she didn't get arrested, because people have gotten arrested, or at the very least, like, they've had their microphone cut off and like been removed from the premises for doing that in other localities.
When people talk like that, it proves my point exactly. You know, they have to get the last word in because it's their pride and their ego that they're trying to satisfy. You know, hold on, Luna, come here.
Luna, chill.
Luna.
All right, let's hear more of this. Now he's gonna get a response. Stephen, are you here? I want you to hear the response.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. Let the mic drop.
Under this agenda item.
Excuse me, Mayor, with all due respect, I didn't intend to speak here. I would like to respond to that since you gave her leeway. I would like some leeway.
Mayor, I would advise to let the gentleman speak for the same amount of time, 2 minutes. I was going to back up what you said. You were 100% correct on the state law and what we have in the code. This is Jeff Dorkak, city attorney, for the record, not the code, but in the agenda. So I have given the city clerk's office some highlighted language from NRS 241 to provide to the previous speaker to, again, support what the mayor said and basically put you on notice that, you know, you're not speaking on agenda items for action. You're just speaking on general points, which is not what the agenda is set up for or the state law. But in order to keep things balanced, Mayor, I would give this gentleman 2 minutes.
I quite agree with you, City Attorney. You may please state your name and you may speak for 2 minutes.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I think it's only fair, and I appreciate the city attorney's even-handedness on this. Balance is good. My name is Kim Blandino. I'm known by a lot of videos on YouTube, but I disagree 1,000%. I know it's kind of absurd to say with what this previous speaker spoke. This country was its founding, its 250th year under the Declaration of Independence, where the rights come from God. They're only guaranteed in the amendments to the Constitution. The First Amendment guarantees 5 different things. This God is the one that created all things, and individuals that just preceded me wish to deny the existence of that and think that somehow we came out of some rock that got into soup and somehow evolution happened. It's just a complete fraud. The Bible is historically, they've been people that tried to attack it, scholars. I'm wearing a button right here. He is risen, the 3 crosses. Historically, Jesus is the most historically supportable figure in history. He lived, he died, and according to multiple accounts, he rose from the dead. And he's alive today. He will come back a second time, and he will judge all these people that are hate-filled and resentful. And that's the only thing that motivates this. The Declaration of Independence, Ben Franklin, who wasn't an extremely religious figure, he prayed that God would intervene and allow them to pass what needed to be passed. The invocation of God throughout sporting events, throughout this whole country, is not just a matter of religion, it's a matter of creed and history. And so for them to try and deny this when we're so far down the road of Adam, Eve, Noah, the 8 that got off the ark, we all descend from them. And I highly object to this, and I appreciate the time. Was that the beep?
Yes, you have 2 seconds.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Nice.
And again, let me restate, public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action.
Not one thing that man said is actually factually correct.
You know
He got
what?
up here and
What's with the horns, really?
Yeah, and you just heard that president telling you stick to the agenda, and he's interrupting her. He won't let her finish just to say that what he just said. Shut up, dude. I can arrest you. I have the authority to arrest you right now.
This is why localities in the United States do not give such leeway, because when you give one person leeway to speak on non-agenda items, then other people can show up. And now, as we're going to see, it's going to be a crap show because, right? Like,
show with a B, because he has horns.
well, I mean, not just that. It's just like, I think she made a mistake in letting the first person talk to begin with. I mean, this is, again, you can be removed, you can be detained, and maybe even arrested for impeding a. It's not a court proceeding, but it's still like impeding the operation as a whole. Like, it is a thing.
So I don't know how long this will go, because this video comes from Aron Ra's channel, and he interrupts it, and he starts talking about evolution and Christianity on his channel. So we're not going to
I really like the stupid pose he's making right now, so we could just keep it on that. And
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, aside from the horns, I could totally rock that outfit.
yeah, the outfit is fine. It's the
I
horns
like the outfit. I'm
on the
digging the
lyre.
outfit.
Yeah, it's the horns on the lyre that we take problems with.
I don't get the horns, but I mean, I like the outfit.
It's too black for me, man. All black, like all black. Nah. Even a woman will tell you need to break that with something.
My wife actually would rock something similar, but it's a Mongolian thing. Leather is big here, so it's cultural difference.
All right. Yeah. So I think he got his answer, and I agree with Richard on the private chat. We gotta get that guy on our channel for an interview, Steven. Gotta find him.
Yeah,
I can
we might be able
moderate
to
it.
do that. Yeah, that'd be great.
So our issue here and our point overall is not what was said in the invocations to Satan. It's just that he was pretending to be some objective atheist and not under any religion or anything. And then all of a sudden, like a couple of years later, he starts appearing with devil horns and making invocations to Satan. So I hope he understands that from now on, everything that comes out of his mouth sounds like poop to like the whole world. So other than Satanists, I guess, and the BBMs out there. But yeah, I don't know. BBM, you're claiming to be some scientist, but you're following a Satanist, dude. Like, yeah, well, I'm just following him. I'm not him, but I'm just following him. I just agree with the ideas of Satan, but I don't believe. What a bunch of hypocrites.
I hear fierce typing.
I'm doing some research on Aron Ra.
Oh, I thought that was Steven typing rapidly in the chat.
No, I mute when I do that. But
Okay.
I keep throwing out the link out there. Anybody can come disagree with us. They just haven't.
I don't have a problem.
I think Dave may have meant to mute.
Here's something, if you guys can still hear me. So his primary connection is talking about Arn Nelson right there. Movement.
Larry.
Official invocation. He made national headlines in 2022 when he delivered an official invocation on behalf of the Satanic Temple at the Clark County Commission meeting in Nevada. He used the opportunity and his signature attire of a spike and horns protest local governments allowing religious prayers at public meetings.
Yeah, we were watching that too, Richard. But when he appeared back in 2019 or something, he
Yeah.
appeared out of nowhere pretending to be an atheist that can destroy Ken Hovind, and he had like shows with him. And
Yeah, I
they
was
became,
actually working at Hoven's during that whole thing. It's quite entertaining.
right. And he became a joke, like with the fan on his hair and all that. And then 3 years later, he appears making satanic invocations. Like,
We had during one of the rebuttals that Dr. Hoven was doing, like, so they had one debate. Aron Ra wouldn't let Dr. Hoven talk at all. So Dr. Hoven ended up, just doing his own rebuttals on his channel, and he was making fun of Aron Ra with fans and whatnot, getting his hair blowing. And I got a couple of the guys to show up with leaf blowers and just stand there and just blow Dr.
I remember that. I remember that.
That's so much fun.
We've had, I said earlier, we've had quite a laugh with this guy. But what he doesn't understand is that now he becomes like the full joke, because if he was to claim the atheist agenda, there would be people like me and you that would know deep down that he's a Satanist from his style, his hair, his clothes. Like, we knew, right? But now he made it official. So he's making this connection between evolution and what he's claiming with Satanism. Now, I don't think he understands how stupid that was, but we need to thank him. Thank you, Larry.
Hey, I don't know. I'm probably could be shooting myself in the foot by saying this. I mean, I know we're having fun talking about this guy on our channel, but I'd like to open an invitation, to debate him on the origin of the universe and cosmology, Big Bang Theory, stuff like that. See if he can answer it from a natural point of view. So if anybody can get a hold of him, but under the criteria that it's properly moderated, we'll use the same terms that Dr. Hoven has, one topic at a time, and I get half the time.
No, he never respects that.
Well, I know, but we will have it properly moderated with the mute button. So
we've invited him over through his acolytes that we know who they are. We've invited him over, and he like pretends we don't exist, and I would do the same, But even if he ever did debate you or me or Steven, we would fall asleep, dude. He just keeps around, like if you attack him on cosmology, he will bring geology, and by the time his time finishes, he will bring in a biogenesis and biology and the consensus, and we know, and this and that and all, and you get dizzy. Like he can't stay to one point, and there is a reason why, because he will lose if he stays on one point.
I'm not trying to attack the guy, I'm just an open.
What I mean attack, the word attack means, on a debate, you attack the argument, right? It is an expression. I don't mean attacking the guy, but now that he's a Satanist, I mean, I can straight up attack Satanism. But I mean the points, like you will attack or address, if that's a better word.
That's what you're saying.
Right? You will address cosmology, and he will bring in blah, 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 and he will just throw terms, and then in those terms, there will also be geology, and then it will also be adaptations, and the eukaryotes, and we're this, and we're that. And by the time he's done, you don't know what to address, and that is not a debate.
Well, we could have DC back me up for the geological point of view. I haven't studied it enough. I don't know biology, but
that's not even. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but that's not even the issue. The issue is that if you desire to debate him on cosmology only, he will not stay there. Like on every point that he makes, like what's the arguments with Kent Hovind? What happened there? Like he starts talking, and he brings 100 different lies in the time that he has. Which one can you address first? Personally, I'm too bored to do this. You guys want to? fine. But we've challenged him, and he never appears.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But now that he has exposed himself that way, I don't even see the reason for it anymore. Now, debate a Satanist for what? That's my question.
Good point. I don't know.
We know he believes in Satan, so don't tell me you're an atheist. And yeah, I bet if I were to debate Satan himself, well, I'm pretty sure he would have some points. Just crap. So why bother?
I don't know. Maybe it is my own pride. Maybe just trying to get some attention.
Okay.
Well, some of his followers may be able to reach the gospel out to them. You never know. But
it's been a long walk on here on YouTube Sphere, and there are a lot of people from channels like ours that have gone into his channel and even undercover, and his followers maybe, but you will never know. Yeah, I get that. That's a legitimate purpose to have, but you know, you're gonna get like hundreds of thousands of comments saying, "What is this guy talking about? He believes in Jesus. He believes in a man in a man in the clouds."
Exactly. Even with that accent too.
I'm trying.
But anyway, we should get
Didi,
back.
Didi, you're muted. I don't know. We haven't muted you, but you seem to be muted.
No, I did mute you, Didi, because you stepped away and you didn't mute yourself, and we could hear your conversation. So I did it as a courtesy, not a punishment.
Oh, I see. Okay. That's
okay.
my
Welcome
bad.
back.
Okay,
we can hear you now.
Okay, good, excellent. Yes.
What?
Yes.
You had any points?
No, I was just seeing if I was muted.
No, I was just trying to preserve the privacy of you and your wife having a conversation.
Actually, it was a conversation with me and myself. I'm going to be completely honest. Sometimes, I like to, if I have ideas in my head, I'll verbalize them just to see if it actually makes sense.
You have conversations with yourself? I literally never do that while sitting in the bathtub, and my wife will tell you the same thing. Don't you say a word. Okay.
Yeah, I do that, right? And I feel like it helps me to keep kind of a more objective, kind of more balanced approach, right?
We can set up an organized debate with you and yourself on here.
That would be interesting.
A debate between Diamond Dave and Diamond Dave, but Diamond Dave gets to moderate also.
Oh my God.
Where's the bias in that, man?
My wife would probably get a kick out of that. No, but yeah, I do that to myself. Right. Yeah, it actually helps with moderating, believe it or not, right? So, but yeah, I was just muttering to myself, I don't have an issue with Aron Ra personally. I don't know, it's one thing to claim you don't believe in God, and that's fine, but to go that whole 9 yards and there is intent and effort in wearing the horns and to create an organization and to verbally praise Satan or anything, right? That takes intent, that takes time, that takes effort, right? And so for me, I just kind of get a raised eyebrow and I'm like, I mean, you can do what you want. I don't hate him. I just don't care, right? But on the other hand, it's are you really just an atheist, or is there something more to it?
Exactly. And thank you, DD, for making it that simple. That's what I'm trying to say. There is clearly bias there. That's all.
Yeah. Also, real quick, I was kind of muttering to myself. It's kind of the history of America. I'm open to having a discussion as to why. If someone says we should not do this anymore, okay, I'm open to that, because historically the settlers of America were, were Christian, of different denominations from different countries, from England to the Netherlands to you name it, right? France, Germany. And over the course of time, through the American Revolution on through to the 1800s, through modern day time, historically, like Achilles brought up, the invocation of God in a court of law. It's more than just religion. I mean, at this point, it is a national tradition, right? It is a national tradition. So, I mean, if someone says, I don't think we should do this national tradition anymore, all right, I'm open to having that discussion. But to like really go all out with like all the satanic imagery, to me, that's a little bit, to me, that's just like, are you taking this seriously, or is there another thing here? That's my question, and it's going to depend on the person, obviously.
I agree 100%. I wasn't a Christian all my life. I'm now a Christian, but even when I was secular, if somebody came in with devil horns and told me don't believe in God, I would be like, you do sound familiar, you know?
No.
Like it changes everything. It makes you, it proves you are not as unbiased as you're claiming you are. So I got a BRB. Be right back, guys. Stephen, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Right,
I was just giving leeway.
Oh, geez, giving leeway. Here we go.
Oh, man. Yeah, so Rich, I really wish we could set up a debate with him, but I went as far as to tag him on this live feed on X. So that he had the, yeah, I did. I wanted him to have the opportunity to come defend himself. And I did it earlier this morning. I know he checks X, so he knows the show's happening.
I don't know if that was a good idea, honestly. I mean, I understand your intent, but when it comes to just the YouTube scene in general, I wouldn't advise it because it can come off as antagonistic, right? I think a better approach, instead of setting up a debate, is just, I would have, if I were to do this, I would have just shot him a private message or an email or something and be like, hey, you know, I have this channel and we see your stuff online. Do you want to come on and like clarify some things or just talk about?
Oh, no, he's aware of who we are. Like he's heard of us. Yeah, he's heard of us before. He's even been in our chat before. He hates Kent Hovind. And all three of us are closely associated with Kent Hovind. Like, he's fully aware of who we are.
Okay, well, all right, that's a little bit different. But, I mean, the point, why am I being the reasonable one today? What the heck?
I don't know. What's gotten into you, Dave? You got to stop drinking a beer.
No, I mean, yeah, it's either the beer or just me being Hindu, where I just don't care and don't have a stake in this fight, right? I just, whatever, right? I don't have a problem with him. I hope he and his girlfriend or whoever that is, like, if he has one, I hope they live happy, prosperous lives. I really do. I don't have a problem with it.
No, I hope he gets saved. Like, I don't want bad for him, but I just think he's being disingenuous when he claims to be an atheist and defends evolution, and other atheists are like, yeah, this guy's great. He's clearly not an atheist. He believes
I'm not going to go that far, because, I mean, I've seen his stuff, but I don't follow him personally, so I'm not going to just assume. I personally am not going to assume that he's being disingenuous. It would be cool to, like, for him to come on and clarify who he is more, like what he believes, specifically why he does it, right? And I know he's talked a bit about it before. Like I said earlier in the show, for me, I'm just one of those people where it's like I care less about the stance and more of the story that led to this stance, right? I care more about just him as a person and his lived experience and be like, okay, why? Like, I mean, he's older than I am and I'm 37, right? So I'm very curious just from a human perspective to be like, okay, you're here, but like what life experience or what beliefs or what things have you seen, what has happened that just brought you to this point? I'm not going to judge the guy. I'm just kind of curious to see.
Christian Pike actually interviewed him along that premise. You could probably go watch it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Throw the link in the chat. I really want to check that out because, like, I mean, anyone that has decent fashion sense, I do listen to. So I will say that. He's better dressed than I am right now, but I'm just.
I will say it again.
At the home I'm at the home office, so I don't.
And I will say this again. For me, that was very disappointing from a Christian to look at a person like Aron Ra and keep telling him and repeating how respectful he is of him and how highly he sees of him. Sorry, Christian, that was disgusting, man. I mean, I hope you have repented of it.
Well, and I mean, here's kind of, I see the angle of that.
I see the angle that you're going at, and you're saying, I want to see how he got there. Yeah, but I didn't see that in the interview.
Well, and I mean, I got to watch the interview because I'm just finding out about this now. But like, I don't know. I feel like there's a difference between respecting a person and respecting their beliefs, right? And I feel like, yeah, there is some overlap between the person and the beliefs. But at the same point, I feel like if you are called to witness and to minister to people, there needs to be a level of care and compassion for the person.
Okay, I get that. But I didn't see Jesus.
Can't really argue with that.
I didn't see Jesus trying to witness to Satan. He just responded to Satan with the responses that he had to give.
True, but Aron Ra is not Satan himself.
He's a Satan.
Human.
And he,
well, I mean,
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. As much as he was lying back in the times that he was claiming to be an atheist, and now he's just showing that he's a Satanist, I'll tell you this. He's still lying. He's not a Satanist. He's a high priest of Satanism.
So, and I mean,
he's lying. So you can't convince a high priest of Satanism. I'd rather spend my time trying to convince any other individual than a high priest of Satanism, personally.
I would respectfully disagree. Kat Von D.
Oh, she got saved. She's a Christian now.
Yeah. She was a high priestess of Satanism.
Okay, so, I mean, that's a good point. I don't think that there's no hope for him, but what upsets me about Aron or Larry Nelson is that he lies about having a belief system. He claims that he doesn't believe in a God. He just believes in natural processes, but that's obviously not true, or he wouldn't be praying to Satan. That's my beef with him.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I want to know. I just, again, I want to know why, right? I just want to know why. And one of the things too is like just interacting with Christians and different people. I definitely understand why Christians don't like him or his belief system.
Well, I can give you a hint. One of his acolytes is married, not married, but he lives with 2 women.
Okay.
If you accept there is a God, that is not acceptable. So the reason they go against God is they don't want to change, and they need to be the authority and say that I know what's right and what's wrong, and I can be with 10 different women. So
I mean, that's one of his acolytes, sure, but you have to keep in mind that's very common in America. That falls under hookup culture, and I used to live that life. I've been in polyamorous relationships, right? I've done that. But I go back to Kat Von D and other people, right? So it's not a matter of saving him. The point is that people showed care and compassion to Kat Von D and other people living that lifestyle, and they were more receptive to the message, is the point.
Okay. But I'm just telling you that the Bible already is warning us that this is the reason they are rejecting God, because, and we have the quotes from the founders of evolution, like Lyle, that says we accept evolution because we cannot accept a God that intervenes with our sexual morals. Okay. Oh no, I thought it was science. So you have the founders and the fathers of evolution saying that that's the reason we jumped ship into some atheistic method of us getting here, because we want to do whatever we want to do without somebody judging us. And that's fair, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to your other point, I agree with Stephen. It is a great point, and I'm going to tell you myself, good luck, But personally, as Achilles, call me guilty, call me a bad Christian. I don't want to spend time trying to convince Church of Satan high priests. I want to fight those for the eyes of others.
Yeah.
I'm more of the Armageddon type guy. Let's fight.
I get that. I get that. I lean, so like, if like just putting on the Christian hat here, the Awana hat, like I lean more toward the go and sin no more, right?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Right. And so it's like, and it's like, yeah, there's a difference between Aron Ra, like, is coming against Christianity, but he's not harming anyone physically, right? I just like, at the end of the day, I think we see it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right?
I do think that he's harming people that way because he's pushing them towards a nihilistic view of the world.
I would say there's an influence, but he can't push someone. And this, bringing up Mormonism, because you guys are doing a Mormonism debate, there's a whole thing on, is John DeLynn pushing people out of the church? And I lean toward no, because people can exert influence, but you have to keep in mind that if someone watches Aron Ra, as an example, I'm going to use him as an example. If someone watches Aron Ra and comes to a nihilistic worldview, I would argue they were already on that road anyway. And if they
gave them the nudge, and he gave them the right nudge.
Well, I would say it wouldn't even be a nudge. I would say maybe he reinforced it, but people who go nihilistic worldview, like, fully tend to have nihilistic tendencies to begin with. So I don't think we can blame him fully that, because people do have free will.
I love discussing with you, and I will take this and take it one step further. I've had so many interactions with depressed individuals in depression groups online, and it's this nihilistic view that make them depressed. A lot of them come from worldviews where the religion they have, like I have one of my sisters is in India.
Okay.
So when she looked at the Hinduism and what it calls divine, she didn't like it, and she chose a nihilistic view. So once I explained to her the Christian side of why she's here, she jumped out of the depression group, making a full statement that saying, just because I talked with that guy about that subject, I no longer need to be around depression groups. I want to thank you all, I'm out. For me, that is good enough evidence that if you don't show a child the Christian perspective or a loving God perspective, show me another religion that God loves you, and I will take it as equal, but there is none. Like, if you look at the Hinduistic gods are indifferent. They're completely indifferent. If you look at Islam, when you die, Allah puts you in chains, and you get dragged around in chains until you understand the difference you have with him. And he also allows you to be going around with young girls and marrying them, like 13 and 11-year-olds. So that is not the same God. All right. So when you show them this perspective, people get undepressed. But if you push them out of it, I call you responsible. And there is a verse about this that says, if you push children away from me, it's Matthew 18:6, I think. If you push children away from me, it would be better for you to put a milestone on your throat and jump in the sea before we meet, says God. A milestone, I said, a wind, no.
It's a millstone is what
millstone.
I'm saying.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. So that's where my issue is. Yes, I believe he's harming people, and I'm an individual that has personally been affected by depression because I lost my cousin to depression, and that's what pushed me into depression groups. Part of it for myself and part of it for helping others because I couldn't reach my cousin. So it did change my life. And I think people like that who are dedicated in their lives to push people away from Christianity, and they claim to be scientific and they end up being Satanists. Well, if Didi wants to save you, good luck on Didi. But if I'm concerned, I'm just here to fight you. I'm just here to expose you, to expose your horns, period. But again, I could be a bad Christian. Maybe you're right. Maybe what you are saying.
I don't think you're a bit. I don't think so. This is going to be my personal opinion, and I'm going to go off here. You guys could yell at me all you want.
No, Didi, my personal opinion is that what you are saying is a more Christian perspective than what I'm saying.
Oh,
Honestly.
really? Okay.
Yes,
I was going to say, I don't feel like you're a bad Christian. What I feel like is you're a bitter Christian. And I could say this because I'm a very bitter Hindu, right? And I mean, that's just part of the human condition. We have life experience and we become bitter and jaded, right? I mean, I don't think you're a bad Christian because you're certainly passionate about it. It just feels like, if anything, you're more jaded, and your life experience of being around depression groups and being around pain and misery, I mean, that's going to wear down on anybody. And that's going to make people that's going to make people more reactive.
No, I'm not there. I'm the one saying that I honestly believe that what you are saying is a more Christian perspective than what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
I am shocked. I am shocked.
It truly is. But I am just saying I don't have the patience for that. I want to talk and address and contact the people that are confused. Not the people that have chosen sides. Those that have chosen sides, I leave them to God. I never expected Russell Brand to become a newborn Christian. I never expected him, and I would never have tried. So my perspective is wrong on this, but I'm just saying I'm more of the Armageddon type. Let's burn some stuff and see who burns. That's, you know.
Well, I think there's a time. I think there's what is it? The Beatitudes in the Bible, if I remember correctly. For everything, there's a season, right? And if I remember correctly, too, like the body of Christ, everyone has different functions. Some people like you are designed to be like the immune system and to protect Christianity and to protect others. It is what it is, right?
So another example is Elijah with prophets of Baal. When he proved to the witnesses that they were false prophets, he ordered them off the cliff. He didn't try to save them. I'm more of that type. That's all. I'm not saying others should be as well.
I'm not even Christian, so this conversation is wild to me. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah.
But
I'm just defending that there are some spirits out there that have this attitude, and people like Aron Ra would not see salvation from me. They might see it from others, but not from me. From me, they will see fire. So there are different people out there. If he wants to get saved, he should call Stephen, not me. But I'm pretty sure Stephen's a bad one as well.
Well, I was gonna say if anybody on this panel should call, apparently it's me. And
oh, right?
Welcome to Vishnu. Like
yeah, Richard, you get the call.
Aron Ra, if you see this, I don't have a problem with you. I'm not gonna try and save you. I really like that outfit. I gotta get that outfit. I really do.
Richard seems to be the only choice here.
What's that, Rich?
No, the guy seems to think that Halloween comes 365 days a year.
I mean, I don't get the horn, but the leather outfit, that's like a solid biker outfit. Like, that's a solid biker outfit.
Dude, I'm a biker. I don't do leather. Leather reminds me of the Matrix a lot.
Oh, that's fair. Maybe it's a culture thing, because like bikers in America and here in Mongolia, like it's all leather. Harley Davidson or here it's Mohawk, like.
I know, and when you come in Greece and you find a biker that is dressed in leather, we call him an American copycat. It's not. It's like he's imitating the American Harley thing, you know. So it's not.
I guess I could get away with it in Greece because I am American.
Yeah, sure. But you would need a Harley though. I could hook you up with one. I have some friends.
Yeah, I've got people here I could buy a Mohawk from. I wanna share a screen because like on the flip side, there I don't know. Like let's explore this. This is completely appropriate, but I'm can I find a picture? Yeah, all right. Let me share the screen because I would love to wear leather, but I would also like to get a moped and I'd like to wear this just to shake it up a bit, right? So I'm sharing the screen, and I would totally give me a moped that's white with this design and give me this outfit, and I will totally drive around Greece and just like put an American flag on it and just scoot around.
You gotta put those kind of streaks in your long hair though, the purple and green, before you do it.
Yeah, I really should like dye my hair that way. Like that would
it'll look like a flag when you're driving down the
Can
road.
you click on the second picture?
Oh, the woman's picture?
Yeah, without hair, I mean, I could see you wearing that.
I didn't mean it like that, but
no, I wouldn't wear the dress, but I would definitely rock this, and then I'd convince my wife somehow to wear this, and we'd scoot around Greece just like in this outfit. We'd look like true American tourists, just completely out of place. It'd be so much fun.
Since we're at this, I can show you my style. It's gonna be hard to find the frame, I guess. Not that hard. Okay, I'm almost there.
I'm going to show you a picture of how I used to look, if I can find it. If it still exists. My wife was just shocked when she saw this picture, but this is me. I'm going to hopefully try and find it here while you look for that. I love how you guys go from like bashing Aron Ra to now it's just like, hey, let's look at pictures.
Yeah, it's not. Unfortunately, it has some lyrics on the screen because it's a video. But you're gonna see me jumping out of a garage, and that's if you can look at my.
Oh, I've got really old pics of me. Okay.
I hope I haven't shared the audio. Yeah, I didn't. Oh, it's muted. Okay. So yeah, I go full white, no leather.
All right, so this is.
Oh, he wasn't even watching. All right.
No, I'm watching. I saw.
Okay,
that's
so
awesome.
I can close it. Okay.
Yeah. So let me show you. This is actually a picture of me from 2018 on my Facebook. It does not. Yeah, that's like when I had short hair.
Dude, are you kidding me? I would definitely think that's a different person.
Wow.
Yeah, and then
that's not you. That's not Dave.
This is me. Yeah, so this is me back in 2020.
Take off your glasses and get a crew cut. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I got the same eyes, but like I had a completely shaven face, and I had
was
short
this
hair.
when you were going through the Mormon phase?
This was just before I joined the Mormon church, actually, because this is in January 2020, and the George Floyd riots happened like later on. I think it was like June or something. So this is at a Christmas party at Wells Fargo. My branch, we went to Top Golf. And the dude in the background is one of the tellers. I still get a kick out of this. Picture. He's goofy, but he's a cool dude. But yeah, so this is how I used to look.
You still look better than Aron Ra.
No, I'm not gonna bash Aron Ra. I mean, he's.
I'm here for that.
You guys are here for that. I mean, I'm guys. There's like moderator of the month is moderating the panel now. Apparently, good lord.
Hey, my brother the servant is in.
Hey, two people.
Hey, servant. And hello, Mike.
Okay.
Okay, so which one of you has the echo? Mike, I think you have an echo.
It's Mike. I think it's Mike.
Really? Oh, hell. Hang on a second. Let me try to figure that out.
Hello, servant. Can you hear us, brother? Servant, we can't hear you. If you're talking, we can't hear you.
Hello.
Hi.
Does it sound okay?
Yeah,
Sounds
we can hear you.
Okay. Let me try to raise your volume a little bit. That's the max I can get.
Okay.
All right, welcome, brother. Good to see you again. Are you here?
All right. Well, great hearing from you. Yeah, I saw you guys were up, and I was like, oh, I'm glad I was able to run into you.
We had a great talk.
So did you get any? Did you get any digging into anything that we were talking about, or is there anything provoking your mind that you want to see some things maybe differently?
Differently, I think we agreed with so many things. I didn't see any reason to go into seeing anything in a different light, because we agreed with a lot.
Oh no, I'm talking about.
Oh.
What I was talking about is like I had an interesting conversation with like some Catholics, and it came across the Mary idea. And here's another way to look at it. I don't know if we got into this conversation. Apologies if we did, but it's like between me and you, talking scripture, and the Holy Spirit's between us in our midst. If we're doing that in front of an unbeliever, and the Father wants to call him, we are the birth canal, and we are Jerusalem. We're where the new Christians are going to come from. Is our knowledge shared between each other, and the spirit of love between us will birth another believer. Does that make sense?
Amen. It does. It does. By the way, you're coming in a little choppy. I don't know if it's your connection, if you have something.
It's just the idea that they're looking.
Oh goodness.
A deity, kind of like they completely miss it.
Oh, we've been having back and forth with Catholics and Orthodox.
It's not spiritual.
Yeah, we've had so many talks with Catholics and Orthodox about this, but
yeah, well, when I was able to talk to him, it's like he understood. Right, but being able to see things from a different point of view.
Oh, you're chopping out hard, bro.
I think the church is going to become alive in these
servant. You're choppy.
Moments.
You're coming in choppy. You're breaking
because
in.
It seems like everybody.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Do better.
We can't hear you, Seven. Yeah, maybe there's something with your connection.
Okay.
Mike.
Let's see. My echo.
Okay, we can hear you better now. I don't know what changed.
Yeah.
But hello, Mike.
How's my echo?
Better, but you too sound choppy. What's going on?
Choppy? Really?
Choppy, yes.
I'm on like a 1 gig connection, 1 gig up. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Definitely choppy though.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I can't hear myself, so weird.
Yeah.
It could be
maybe I can
restream.
Can you guys hear me?
Let me get out.
we can hear you better, I think, Servant. Oh, we got the choppies, Didi.
We have choppies. It could be their mic setup too.
All right. We should actually be ending this show, although it is always, every show is a good opportunity to chat about other stuff. Okay. I gotta get going because I woke up very early and I have to do the same tomorrow, and it's already almost 4 a.m. where I am. Richard, you're okay with continuing this?
I don't really have a whole lot to say, and I gotta basically baby my dog here, so I'll probably we can shut it down. It's fine.
That works.
Okay, Servant. Although I love to talk with you, you came in at the end of the show, which was on a specific subject, which was some moron out there. Didi, aren't you gonna moderate me? I'm kidding.
Don't make me moderate you.
All right. So, let's give it an end for the night. And Servant, come back when you see us have a stream again. But this one was specific, and it's already 2 hours long. We should keep it there. And Mike too, we're discussing that we should end this one.
Oh.
Unless you have something specific on the specific topic that we're on.
Is my audio better?
Sounds a little better. I did hear some choppiness though.
Really?
That sounds.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Something would read.
Okay, no.
Huh?
No, it's better.
That's better.
It's better.
Okay,
it's better.
Well, anyway, so Aron Ra is part of that Satanist group that's basically the only reason they do Satanism is because they want to make a point about if you're going to put the 10 Commandments here, then we're going to put our Satanism here too, because freedom of religion, right? And so he's not a Satanist. So I mean, I know the guy. He's not.
Well, he is saying praise Satan and hail Lucifer. So I don't know.
Okay, praise Satan, hail Lucifer. I can say it too. You know, it's really not.
Well, I mean, the thing about that is, this is something that Big Bad Mama. This is something that Big Bad Mama corrected me on. So, like, he's a member of the Satanic Temple.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. But he's not.
So, and I mean, the thing about that is, like, and this is just my personal thing. I can't speak for anyone else here because, like I said, I don't have the stick of the fight. But it's like, at some point, if you could say, and you're right, anyone could say praise Satan and Lucifer, sure. Yeah. But they satirize it, they make it a part of the identity, and then they join an organization called the Satanic Temple, right? At some point, the average person looking at this will come to that conclusion simply because of just how much time and energy, is invested in that, right? So I guess my question would be, how far can one go before one is actually a Satanist? Because there are members of the Satanic Temple who do call themselves Satanists.
Okay, secular people,
right,
are in no danger of believing in Satan. So it's not going to happen. I mean, if you're an atheist, you just don't believe supernatural stuff. You're not going to believe that there's some kind of evil force in the world.
Sure, I get that, but again, why invest so much time and energy to embody it?
Well, for him, he's very involved in Texas politics, and that's why he's doing it. So that's the whole point. The whole point is to kind of put religion in your face. It's
I think you ignored Diamond Dave's point. You just jumped through it, like you didn't address it. Like you don't see the implication that has. Like you spend so much energy there, and then you want to claim that you are not a Satanist, though. I'm in the Satanic Church, but I'm not a Satanist. I mean, isn't that a...
Well, yeah, and that was my point. It's just like looking at it from the average person, right? Because I mean, sure, you're an atheist, and I'm sure people who like associate with him. And you said you know the guy, so you know him on a deeper level. That's why I said earlier it would be cool to have him on the show, and so I could talk with him because I'm not going to bash him, right? But it's kind of like to the average person who just flips on the television or pulls up YouTube, and then there's this guy Aron Ra who's doing all these things, right?
Right.
They're not gonna do the deep dive on it, and so this goes back to the original question of like, what is the end point? What is the goal? What is the function of doing so? Because from just my experience as a content creator, like first impressions matter, branding matters, and how people view your brand is how people view you, right? So I guess I'm kind of curious as to what his personal angle is. Just because for an atheist, this seems like a lot of work to just say you don't believe in God. Just my opinion.
I don't think he brings it to his channel. I think it's just something he does with basically with politics.
He's
right?
going to state councils and doing invocations to Satan.
No, he is. I see. Okay, I'm just looking at his channel now. Haven't looked at it for a while. Yeah, he is getting into it, and I'm pretty sure that he's trolling. Okay, it's a trolling method.
Oh, it's trolling.
It's
Okay,
trolling.
so I'm trolling him too.
Well,
That's
this
what
goes
I'm
back
doing.
to my earlier question of what is the function of trolling, because I was talking with Big Bad Mama in the chat, who is atheist, right? And it was like, I explored Satanism. I have friends who were a part of the Minnesota Satanic Temple chapter. They did the trolling, and for me, it just got old and it got boring,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because I didn't see an end goal to it.
Yeah, but I would.
So
I would do it if Christianity started to wedge its way into schools. Then I would join the Satanic Temple and get active too, because I oppose that so much.
I mean, I can understand that, but how do you? Because I mean, you're American as well, so I guess I'm not an expert, obviously, on American history, but just being an American,
I'm actually a Minnesotan, not an American.
I'm Minnesotan too. I grew up in Hennepin County, Richfield High School, 2007. We had "See You at the Pole."
Oh, I'm in Bloomington. I'm in Bloomington, right next to Richfield.
Yeah, that's right. We talked. Yeah, that's right. So, but I mean, so even just as Minnesotans, right? I mean, historically, throughout even Minnesota, right? "See You at the Pole" has been a thing, right? And like I mentioned before, like Christianity, whether or not it's true, at the very least, has become a national tradition, right? So why all of the fuss now, 250 years later, with the trolling? Like I said earlier, I'm open to a discussion of, hey, this is a national tradition.
Yeah.
It no longer serves us. Let's have a discussion and like, what would it look like going forward?
Yeah, I can tell you how not.
Well, let me finish real quick, because again, the trolling doesn't seem to have an end goal. Because okay, you take that out of the schools, but do you intend to replace it with something? You can't just rip away a national tradition and just be done with it. No country on the planet does that.
It's not
right
in our schools right now in any form. So
yeah,
we're not losing anything. So.
Well, historically it was. Now, granted, things changed in like the 50s.
Yeah.
But like historically it was. So it was there for a good 150 to 175 years, and of course things changed. But there was still Bible study groups. There's still the the Christian athletes thing that's very common in schools throughout America. We had that in Richfield High School. There was "See You at the Pole" every year. That was observed and moderated by like teachers and things like that. So, I mean, even though, sure, we don't have like Bible reading or 10 Commandments in the schools, there's still Christianity in the schools, right? So why now and not throughout America's history?
Because it was worse when I went to school. They actually took us out and we had to go to church on Wednesdays, and we called it religious. And for us, it was a vacation, which was kind of cool because we didn't give a shit. But we would go to either the Catholic Church, the Presbyterian Church, or the Lutheran Church every third week, and they also had other religious bullshit in school, and it was a lot worse when I went to school. It's gotten better.
Well,
So
here's
we've
the thing. I
separated.
mean, for you said it's a vacation, and for people who don't believe in it, I mean, I wasn't a Christian in high school either, right? So for me, it would have been a vacation.
Right.
So from a practical standpoint, why take away my vacation?
Well,
You know.
okay, but I raised a couple of kids, and I raised
Because it means more to them, Didi, than what they claim. It means more to them. They're not satisfied that it already got out of the schools and evolution has replaced it, calling itself scientific, which is not. It's a religious teaching.
True.
Now they want to get it out of the courtrooms. They want to
True.
get God out of everything.
True.
And yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I would like to see the whole thing die, and I have an interest in that. I don't
Thank
think.
you for being honest.
Hey,
Yeah,
I can respect the honesty personally, and this is just my opinion, just observing world history and having lived in multiple countries. Whenever any country's religion and national tradition die, that country also dies. Right. Now, in some cases, it's not like
Denmark.
I'm not talking about like a national collapse and everything implodes and then that's it. But what I mean is the soul of the nation dies. Look at Japan, for instance, right? Japan has had a huge rich history until World War II, and then they lost it because of what they did in World War II. Now they're fighting to reclaim it. They're fighting to reclaim their culture and bring back their national traditions so that not just the country survives, but I mean the people survive, their heritage survives, right? And so for me personally, seeing I appreciate the honesty, but just knowing how other countries work, when a religion goes down, the culture goes down too, because they're hand in hand, right? And religion is far more than just a belief in the man of sky. I can say this as a Hindu, it is a way of life. It is how we prepare our food. It involves dancing and music and literature and art and history. There are temples you could go to. I could take you to India that are 3,000 years old that are hand sculpted. But if the religion dies, all of that goes away.
Yeah, and what's happening, Didi, is that no country could ever change a religion like in one night, right? If they
exactly, it's over the course of time.
Yeah, it's happening
right. So what
slowly.
they're doing is you're going through the slow process of removing it from here, removing it from there, removing it from there. But what they don't understand is that the whole country is gonna fall with that as well. But they don't seem to care. Didi, they don't care.
Well, I mean, you could look at the Roman
Satanism doesn't care for countries.
I mean, you could look at another example is you can look.
Go ahead, Seven.
I was going to say this. Yeah, the spiritual significance to everything's like when he writes things like in the end days there'll be mockers and scoffers will increase, is the idea of the chat rooms. There's more people making noise for no reason just because they have an ability to do it. It's like the spiritual significance is like Christianity has changed from what it was to what it is now. Is like the waters are so muddied, nobody wants to get in them. Nobody wants to, if you get out, you don't get back in and you don't want to get deeper. That's the way I spiritually see how tainted his word has become, when the purity of it is a loving family that wants to love each other and look out for each other. That was the purest message I could ever think, because everybody realizes that there's some family members, maybe not in yours, but somebody you know that they're not good for the family. They hurt the family. And if they would just do good, it would be so much better. Is our spiritual eyes that we get to see here on earth of the heavenly realm. Does that make sense?
To a point. Yeah, I don't.
Okay, so is it?
Well, let me get to. Let me jump in here because there's and this is something I brought up on other podcasts. I don't know if I brought it up here, but like atheism in America is it's like militant, right? There are people who do not believe in God that would fall under atheists in like many, many countries, right? But there's a level of respect. Like 40% of Mongolia, for instance, has no belief in a higher power, right? But there's a respect for the religious belief systems that their country is founded on, and there's great national pride, right? And so part of the reason why Americans are looked down on here is for that reason, because they want to change the culture, right? And in other countries too, they want to destroy the religion, which means, guess what? You're tearing down the monuments that my wife's father literally sculpted. That's a problem.
Amen.
So I don't have a problem with people who lack faith in God. That's fine. Now, if people are going to come over here and say religion should die and you need to adopt a secular way of thinking, I will fight you, because it's, I'm the minority religion here in Mongolia. But I mean, you're dealing with my wife's family. You're tearing down their heritage. You're insulting their bloodline. You are destroying the very monuments that they hold in reverence. And I got a huge problem with that. Not talking to Mike specifically. I'm just speaking in general here, by the way. Right? I have a huge problem.
I was going to say, can I give you a little bit of pushback?
Go for it.
It's kind of like when you come into somebody's house and they have rules. Let's say like you take off your shoes. Now, you could say that that's corrupting, but the whole premise of what the scriptures, I think the focus is like, if you do anything wrong, you start becoming less and less of the family member you should be. I think that the point of view of Christianity and religion has skewed everybody's minds so badly, they don't see the simplicity of a message of a father looking for loving kids that want to listen. It's like they make it a sky god that's demanding somebody bow down, and there's a sin and a righteousness and a holiness. Until you really understand the heart of the Father, you can make this a bad thing, a good thing, or anything that's even not. But if it's not what he intends, it doesn't matter. You're not doing it his way, even if you think you are. Does that make sense?
I mean, from a Christian perspective, sure. I could see the line of logic. And like I said, I'm not bashing. I'm not dogging on Mike here or anything. I just wanted to bring that point out, is because Mike was honest, and I respect that, right? And that's where, I'm just kind of presenting just views of different countries, because again, religion is more than just a man in the sky, right? It's a culture, it's a way of life, it's a tradition.
And I have a lot of respect for certain religious people, for even Christians and all other religions and people that choose that path. I have a lot of respect for them. There's a group that wants to wedge it into our schools and our government and all of that. And no, you can't do that. And I think
this is where the legal side comes into it, right? Because I mean that boils down to voting, that boils down to the court of law, and that boils down to the system that America's founded on, right? Where the chips they may go. But yeah, it's interesting to see the rise of militant atheism in America specifically, and I don't think
it's that big a deal, really.
Can I ask you guys a question?
It's not a big deal, because I mean, militant atheists, you forget they travel the world too. And I mean, I've seen they're not a lot of them, but they do go to other countries, and they go back to America, and they trash talk the countries, and they talk about how they want to go back there, and they want to convince people to abandon. That I have a problem with, because that outright is cultural subversion. And that is illegal in many countries, right? That is literally foreign influence. That I have a problem with. Now, if you, from the comfort of your own home in Minnesota, want to, bash religion all you want, fine, go for it. I do not care. It's only when people come here and start something, then I'm going to have an issue with it.
I think it'll die on its own within 100 or 200 years.
If you say so.
Yeah,
there's a scriptural. There's scriptural evidence that this thing is coming to a head, and there's going to be a day where things that were normal are going to stop. And I see it coming. And it talks about.
But at the same time, servant, we see people like myself, like Russell Brand, like people that are Luciferian priests getting saved and becoming Christians and turning around. So I don't think Christianity is dying, answers in theism or Mike. I think it is.
Look at the numbers.
It is alive and kicking butt, actually.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing too. Like, I mean, it's interesting because religion is dying down in the West, sure, but I mean, religion is still going strong in the rest of the world outside of the West, and you see many countries that you're having a cultural resurgence in modern times of their specific religion. India, perfect example. Tons of riots, all religious based, tons of young people younger than myself who are very, very religious and who are starting families. China is even going back. China's like my wife has told me about this, and I've been seeing this online from people in China, but like Taoism is making a huge comeback in China. Japan, Shintoism and shamanism is coming back, right?
Do you know that there's a reason for that? Well, it's not spiritual. See, when people are oppressed, they look for religion, and that's what people are doing now. Is like in everywhere all over the world, people are becoming impoverished because of the system. The system is dictating probably that we are building all these factories in real time, and that's where our money's going. It's not that things are rising in prices; it's that we're giving them the money to enslave us through these systems, these data systems that are ruining the water, maybe. And I don't even know if that's true.
I gotta push.
Well,
I gotta push
that's
back
not
on
the point I was making. But the point I was making is like, if you took religion, you know what if I was to say what is religion and answer a question, I would say it in one word: love. If you can give love, take it because that's a lust. But if you can give love, you are religious. Now, how that looks is this: is if I look after you, and I'm not even related to you, but I know I have a heavenly Father that says we're related. I'm going to make sure if you're hungry, I got you, because I could never do that to my family or my kids. Now, if I'm looking after you for somebody, I take even extra care of you, because that means the responsibility kind of went up. So the point of view, if you stop skewing it, it starts going, okay, so if religion is about love only, that goes outwardly, not inwardly, that's how you can tell who people are and the division between good and evil. Bad, I mean, it makes justice is based on love. If I love you to the point where I would do anything to justify you, but I can't, you're guilty. Now, if I had premises that were already preordained, like, I don't like your red shoes, so I'm going to throw you away as soon as I see them. Now that's loveless, and now there's injustice. What was the stem of injustice? It's lack of love.
So yeah, the thing about that, I chose my countries very specifically for a specific reason. It's not because they're oppressed; it's because they are wanting to reclaim their cultural heritage, and not just religiously. We see that too, like with Japan, kicking up it's basically their permanent residency fee from 10,000 yen to 300,000 yen. They're trying to make it harder to be a Japanese, resident. They want people who live the Japanese way of life. They're also restricting tourism and increasing tourism taxes. In China, very much the same thing. India, very much the same thing, especially with India's history of being invaded and colonized, not just by the Catholic Church, but you have the Muslims in the Mughal area, I believe in the 1800s, right?
English,
So,
all kinds, yeah, French.
well, yeah, and so it has nothing to do with like love and like all this stuff. It's simply a reclaiming of cultural heritage, and that was my point to Mike. Just in general, is whether we like it or not. I mean, and I'm going to be honest, I don't really like it either. But being an American, like, Christianity is a part of that heritage. right? Whether we like it or not, it is there.
Yeah, but the United
the
United States is a little different right now. It's very much a melting pot of a number of different cultures and things.
Well, so, and that was going to be my point. Is the Roman Empire was also a melting pot of different things, and look what happened to that, right? It wasn't until the Holy Roman Empire came in, and then they ended up getting on one religious thing that they,
Well, hold on. Can I see something that maybe you've never heard before? Is like in our scriptures, we're told to be divided and to not take up the other cultures, their ways, because it can twist the meaning of life. And I kind of believe
Jesus
it.
himself said.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to say that Jesus Christ himself said, "I've not come to bring unity, but division."
Wow. Yeah, and I think that's the division he's talking about, is that, if you can plainly see in your mind that there's loving people that don't want to hurt people, and then there's some people that are out for themselves, now you have a scale. There's a degree of people. He's on the far end of going, I came to help anybody who could want it, who would let me, and even those who don't want it. Now, if you can be of that kind, you're in a certain type of family, because anything deviates from that, there goes your whole spectrum. You have, racism, evolution. I mean, everything stems from a goal being lost.
You guys think evolution is some kind of, oh my God. Okay.
I don't, for the record, I don't think that. I don't think that.
I know.
I do.
No, it's a fruitless argument.
Evolution is a religion, and
it's a religion.
No, it's
pushing it down our throats anymore.
So if it's a religion,
it's like this is.
What does that mean for me?
I mean, by definition, sports can be a religion, right?
It can become an idol.
If you just look at the core definition of religion,
not a religion, Didi, but an idol for sure.
What does it mean to be a religion? I don't get that. Like,
have faith. That things.
Here's the
we claim that we have faith. Let me finish. We claim that we have faith that Jesus resurrected. We claim that it is faith, and we're not saying that we have scientific evidence for that. You are claiming to have scientific evidence. So not only are you a religion too, because you have a lot of faith in a lot of mutations that worked somehow, although we never see it happen, but you also lie about it being science. Therefore, not only are you a religion, you are a lying religion.
Well, let me just touch on this, because I'm just gonna take it because I just Googled this, and so I've got the Merriam-Webster definition pulled up, and the third definition of religion is, quote, an interest, cause, belief, or activity that is intensely or passionately held to. Right.
Yeah, you know what you just said is desire.
Well,
desire
yeah, wait, servant, wait. His point is responding to Mike.
So my point is responding to Mike, right? So just grammatically, we're not, just because when people talk about religion, I think it's very common in the West and in America, I've seen this too, where people assume religion means theology, right? And while that is one context of the term, religion has other contexts, and this is also a viable one. So, under this thing, anything can be a religion, and that's my point. I'm a Star Wars nerd.
Yeah.
You can make a case right now that Star Wars is my religion, right? It's not.
No, that's an idol, though, Diamond. That's an idol.
Well, we're not talking. We're just talking about the English language right now. So
Yeah, the definition, the difference between an idol and a religion is that an idol, yes, you can love something that much to make an idol out of it, but a religion is something that you must have faith to believe in it. And
it's specifically an organized belief structure around a thing.
And although the theory of evolution doesn't claim to be a religion because it masquerades behind science, if you look at the science, you realize there is a lot of faith there. There is faith in the Big Bang or Big Expansion. They changed it. There is
Not
faith in
evolution.
the creation of the stars. There is faith in the biogenesis. There is faith in mutations that were so positive that here we are now after millions of them. And every single one of those requires so much faith that you need way less faith to be a Christian. So it is a religion. Where we
Right.
come from is not biology. Biology is how things operate in the natural world. Physics too. But when you say where we came from, we have a religious worldview and they have a religious worldview. We believe somebody created us and they believe nobody created us. So
Well, everything.
that's where.
Yeah, it's like a study.
Everything in life that I do is taken on faith, basically. There's nothing that I know with certainty, like absolute certainty. So everything has a bit of faith in it. Like I have faith that basically I'm sitting here in a chair in Minnesota, right? And I also have there's
Okay,
reason, but there's a reason behind that faith, right? There's memory, and there's there's a whole lot of things that go into that faith. But then at the end of the day, I just lean back and have faith that this is where I am.
Yeah, but
So
now that you bring that up,
what's that?
Now that you bring that up, you make me realize that I maybe misspoke. Not only is evolution a lying religion, it also a stupid religion.
Oh, okay.
And it is a stupid religion because what you have to do to make it work is to just add millions and millions of years. Yeah, but you don't see that a whale must have been a whale always. It could have never been a cow because there's a difference between a hoof and a flipper. But then you tell yourself, well, if you give it millions of years, how can it swim with hooves for millions of years until its offspring that it will give in the water will take flippers? And again, it's just stupid.
I get into it in a little more detail than that.
Yeah, I know. You pretend to, but still,
I pretend to.
It's
Okay,
a magic wand.
Okay,
but you
so,
give it a lot of time.
4 hours today, I
And
was just pretending to read scientific papers on gene regulatory networks and developing organisms, right? I was just
Did you see
pretending. I
then,
didn't really
if
read
you
that.
did, if you did you see how complicated they are and they couldn't have evolved by themselves?
I literally just
No.
sat down. My wife just called me because we just got a package I had to get, so I missed a lot. Apparently, it sounds like I missed
You
a
didn't
lot.
miss anything. And guys, I have to bail. I haven't even
I gotta bail
fed my
too.
dogs. It's 4 a.m. where I am. Mike, come
Anyway.
here earlier. Come
Yeah.
earlier.
Okay.
Don't-
Well, I couldn't. I was in an AA meeting.
Yeah,
you know
because
that-
you're coming in when we're about to end the show, and the other hosts are away, and I'm the only one that has the ability to end the show, and I'm in Greece, and it's already
I'll try to
4
get in
a.m.
early on Sunday.
Yeah, please,
Yeah.
if you can do that, because we would love to go back and forth on the arguments and what you're reading,
Yeah.
but not
Before I
until
go,
my son comes up.
could I just tell you one thing? My religion is definitely naturalism, and everything about my religion and my faith and my spirituality is based on naturalism. So I would definitely call that a religion.
Yeah, but do you understand that philosophically speaking, to say that my spirituality is naturalism is a paradox? Do you get that?
To you it is, but not to me.
Because spirituality is not the natural world by definition.
Oh, but
So
it
there's
is.
a paradox
But it is.
to say that my spirituality is naturalism.
Anyway, we don't want to get into that, but no.
You can go ahead and disagree with all the philosophers on the planet, but what you're saying is a paradox.
Not all of them. Not all of them. Anyway.
But you are also proving that it is a religion.
You have a pretty myopic vision of what spirituality is.
Well, no,
but
I'm
that's
not
okay.
wearing glasses. I'm not wearing glasses. I don't know if you are, but I am not.
You probably should. Anyway, good night, guys. We'll see you later.
Oh, so funny. And I
Good
would
talking to
love
you.
those jokes like a little earlier in my day.
Okay.
I'd love them.
See you guys.
Oh, Gigi, what about time? Welcome. but I'm trying to end the show.
Bye. Bye,
Bye,
Gigi.
Gigi.
Bye. I just want to tell you, you're so right about that Aron Ra guy. He's a liar, snake oil, something.
Yeah, I know, but there are people defending him all the time. Yeah, see, Gigi has a big issue with the whole transhumanism agenda, and Satan
I mean,
is
fine,
forward.
but can we at least stick to attacking the argument and not the person? Like, is that possible on this channel?
No, that's why he has an issue with the person, because he's arguing a lot for the transhumanism agenda. So,
no, I mean, okay, well.
Again, you
Whatever.
see, when you attach to a specific agenda, expect yourself to be attacked.
Sure, I mean, I would expect the argument to be attacked for sure.
The argument, yes, but aren't I, as a Christian, get attacked by people like BBM in the chat, like, oh, you just get spoon-fed Christianity all your life.
Well, I think this is the problem. This is like a human foible. I think we all need to get better at that.
No, the thing is,
Like
the thing
everybody.
is that when it comes to that individual that we were talking about on this show, we have attacked the things he's talking about without mentioning him at all. We attack evolution without mentioning him at all. We don't care for who that guy is. But then when that guy calls himself a scientist and an atheist scientist and goes online, but then he brings up devil horns, expect criticism, dude. Like, it's obvious it would happen. We have attacked evolution on this channel way before he comes online. So it's not him. But when he picks up the face of Satan and he wants to call himself Satan but not Satan, an atheist but a Satanist but not a Satanist, and all that, we're going to expose it. It's not personal. And Gigi knows him. They've had interactions, and he knows his the agendas that he's forwarding. So that's why he mentions him. And this show is supposedly on that specific individual show.
No, I understand that the topic is on Rob, but I'm in moderator mode. Don't mind me.
So, guys, thank you for being here. Sorry if I lost my cool at the end because I gotta get going. My dogs are hungry.
Have a good night as a whole. And,
good talking to you again.
You too, Gigi.
Achilles and Diamond, Dave, and Summer. Have a good day. Bye.
Good to see you, Gigi. Have a great night.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
You wanted something, Servant?
No, I was just telling you it's good talk, man, and I was glad to hear your voice.
Good to see you too, my brother. Come back earlier next time, because I don't know, it looks like in 2 hours long of a stream, my other hosts just bail on me and I'm the only one that stays up. And last time we stayed until 7 a.m. my time, and I ended up not sleeping. So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe
trying...
we can get to a better relationship, and if there's something I could do to help you do anything, I offer it. If there's something I could do.
No, it's just that if you do come earlier in the chat, in the room, we can go back and forth a lot, and people can, if I'm tired and it goes at 3 a.m., I can be the one bailing, you know, but now they've given me no choice again. I have to end it. So.
Sounds good, my bro. Well, I hope you get your rest, and if you need anything, you let me know. And I like the bikes that kick up rocks.
Amen. I do too. I'm gonna share some dirt bike videos soon here.
Nice.
Sounds like a plan.
I'll see you guys next time. Didi, thanks a lot for your help, man. I really appreciate it.
No worries. I try and keep things balanced. Have a good one.
Yeah, and even if we bounce heads, I don't think we do it in a bad form. I always appreciate your input. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I get it. All right, you guys have a good one.
Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for being around. Good night to the chat as well. God bless everyone. Please wake up to idiots like the one we were talking about today, or others in the chat. They're not atheists, they're Satanists. And do you want Satan telling you what to do? He's trying to pretend there is no God, but here they are believing in him in the only name that they found in the Bible as the enemy to a God, and they call that name, but they discredit the Bible. Wake up, guys. There's no evolution. It's a hoax. Wake up. See you later. God bless.